Uh, what's happening? Let me get them likes early, man. Let me get them. Let me get them. Let me get them likes early, man. How's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Got a great show for you guys tonight. A great show. A great show. A great show for you guys tonight. Everybody hit that like button, man. Shout out to Nate Ways, man. Nate Ways in the building. Welcome, nation, fam. Please press the like, whether you white, brown, or black. It's the same like button, no matter what your race is. No matter what your race is, the like button is the same. Same thing with the Cash App, same thing with the Super Chat, same thing with the PayPal, same thing with the Patreon. We got a couple new Patreons, man. Telling you, man, when I do that live stream on Patreon, man, everybody gonna be like, "Oh man, I didn't know you went live." Yep, I'm start going live once a week on Patreon. I'm giving everybody a free heads up. I'm gonna do the rest of the shows here, but I'm gonna do one, one night on Patreon, man, a week, man. It's coming up soon, man. Support the channel. Mm. You notice my videos? Nobody does the stories I do. I want you to. I wanna show you something, man. Nobody does the stories that I do. The stories that I do, that we do, no one else does those stories. No one else does those stories. Look at this. Look at these stories, man. I want you to tell me if you've seen this story right here, where the little black girl in Cape Coral was killed anywhere on the internet. And listen, I only upload like 3 or 4 stories a night from our live stream. We do dozens and dozens of stories. I only upload like 2 or 3. I mean 3 or 4 a night. We do dozens and dozens, and still no one's done a story on this girl from Cape Coral. No one's done a story on this man throwing fire on the white people at in New York. No one's done a story on this woman getting arrested 16 times in 1 year and getting 16 bonds. No one's done those stories. Just them 3 right there. Just them 3 no one's done. Let me see. Who did a story on this race hoax in with the University of Utah women's basketball team? Who did that story? Who did this story where the guy randomly killed these 4? Who you know that did that story? The black guy randomly killed this Latino family for no reason at all. Who did Akeem's story? Be honest. Who did the richest men in Haiti story? Be honest. Who did elderly? And this is just a portion of the live stream. No one does these stories. They may have done this jacuzzi twerk. This girl twerking in the jacuzzi. I've seen people do that. I've seen people doing that. And listen, could you imagine if I made an individual video for every story we do every night? I may start doing that because I got other channels. I may start putting some of that stuff on my other channel, cutting them up and putting some of the stuff on my other channel, because I only do like 3 or 4 stories a night. Cut up 3 or 4 stories a night and put them out there. I really should start doing that. I'm doing some on my other channel. Everyone hit the like button, man. 200 likes, man. Your like is going to be the one that gets us over the top. I know everybody's doing Haiti. I'm not talking about Haiti. Yeah, some people, yeah. Matt Walsh did Haiti. I've seen a lot of people talking about Haiti. But these little stories in Black America, man. These little Black American stories, man. These niggas, they can't do it. It's too much going on.
Teen girls go to the movies, but when they got out,
It's too much going on.
teen girls go to the movies, but when they got out, their lives changed forever. One of those girls, Kayla Rincon Miller, was shot and killed near the Coralwood Theater as they were walking to McDonald's.
16-year-old Thomas Stein was arrested as principal to murder, but it's not clear if he was.
Hello. White boy killed her. Well, we don't know if he killed her, but he was arrested as principal to murder.
Teen girls go to the movies, but when they got out, their lives changed forever. One of those girls, Kayla Rincon Miller, was shot and killed near the Coralwood Theater as they were walking to McDonald's.
16-year-old Thomas Stein was arrested as principal to murder, but it's not clear if he was the shooter or not. Now Kayla's.
See, Black America, look what I just did for Black YouTube. Look what I just did for Black YouTube. Now y'all can go run with this story. A white guy is been arrested as principal to murder for this black girl. Now y'all can go run all the pro-blacks. Y'all can take this is a gift to the pro-blacks. This is a gift to the pro-blacks, y'all. Here's a gift, pro-blacks.
Teen girls go to the movies, but when they got out, their lives changed forever. One of those girls, Kayla Rincon Miller, was shot and killed near the Coralwood Theater as they were walking to McDonald's.
16-year-old Thomas Stein was arrested as principal to murder, but it's not clear if he was the shooter or not. Now Kayla's family is...
It's not clear if he was the shooter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Press 1. Here's something for Black America to run with. Here's something for all the black channels to run with. Kayla Rincon was killed by this white kid. Well, they don't know if he's the shooter, but he was arrested. He may have helped the killer after the fact. We don't know, but whatever.
Teen girls go to the movies, but when they got out, their lives changed forever. One of those girls, Kayla Rincon Miller, was shot and killed near the Coralwood Theater as they were walking to McDonald's.
16-year-old Thomas Stein was arrested as principal to murder, but it's not clear if he was the shooter or not. Now Kayla's family is reeling from the shock of her loss and held a vigil with the community at JC Park tonight. Wink News reporter Haley Zarconi went to the vigil. And Haley, how has the community been impacted by this shooting?
Tonight's vigil really brought everybody together. Friends and family were there, but people in the community came because they had heard Kayla's story and knew the impact that last Sunday made on this community. Everyone who came.
What was the impact? That a white guy killed her, or that a white guy's been arrested? Why is everybody coming to the vigil from all over? Just another dead black girl.
Tonight's vigil really brought everybody together. Friends and family were there, but people in the community came because they had heard Kayla's story and knew the impact that last Sunday made on this community. Everyone who came tonight was given a prayer card, told to hold their loved ones, a little tighter, and asked to continue to rally around and hope for justice for Kayla.
Speak for everybody who came and say that Kayla saved a lot of people's lives. Just by answering the phone or just talking when they needed her.
Thoughts and prayers for Kayla Rincon Miller echoed through JC Park Saturday night.
I just want to say, please love your loved ones.
Looks like a very diverse community, man. Looks like a very diverse community.
Say that Kayla saved a lot of people's lives. Just by answering the phone or just talking when they needed her.
Thoughts and prayers for Kayla Rincon Miller echoed through JC Park Saturday night.
I just want to say, please love your loved ones. Like there is no tomorrow. Please. Because I wish I never knew this. This the last day I could talk to my sister, bro.
Calling themselves Kayla's Keepers, everyone who came was touched in some way by Kayla's life. People wore pink and purple clothes, her favorite colors, and held candles as they gathered under one pavilion to spread hope and speak out for justice.
The family, the friends, and some members of the community that came that don't know Kayla, they're just still at the end of the day hoping for justice, hoping that the other suspects are found so that they can at least get a little bit of closure.
While the wind didn't allow their candles to be lit, it did take loved ones' balloons with well wishes up and away to a better.
So you gotta be black to do a balloon release right. These people don't have no rhythm, man. They can't even do the balloon release right, man. These people culturally appropriating our shit, man. Press 1. These mulattoes and these hombredos, they don't know how to do no damn balloon release. Balloons bumping into each other, flying all across. catching the crosswind. Half them balloons gonna end up in the power lines and in the trees, man. Press 1.
For justice, hoping that the other suspects are found so that they can at least get a little bit of closure.
While the wind didn't allow their candles to be lit, it did take loved ones' balloons with well wishes up and away to a better place. All but two butterfly balloons. One that they feel is specifically for Kayla.
I knew their balloons was gonna get cut in the tree. See, black folk, we know how to do that shit right, man. Them shits go straight up in the air and then land in a cow pasture somewhere or in a lake somewhere.
Kayla loved butterflies, and it's weird that, not weird, but it's just, again, we call it just like divine intervention, that everything that was provided to us was pink and purple and was butterflies. It was not planned like that at all.
So butterflies are all over. They were at tonight's vigil, and I'll show you here in the memorial, there are dozens with handwritten notes all over this memorial from where Kayla passed last Sunday. Now, tomorrow will mark a week since Kayla's passing, and law enforcement is still asking if you know anything about what happened here last Sunday to please contact Cape Coral.
So the only person they've arrested is this white boy. They're not charging him. They don't know if he was the shooter, but he was arrested in principle for murder. So I wonder what the rest of the suspects look like. I wonder what the rest of the suspects look like.
Returned to Island Coast High School after a fellow student was murdered in Cape Coral. 15-year-old Kayla Rincon Miller left the movie theater in the Coralwood Shopping Plaza with her 2 friends when they were ambushed and robbed. Kayla was shot and killed. Only one suspect has been arrested. NBC2's Elise Changiri is live outside the school with more on the investigation as Kayla's family prepares for her funeral.
This is the high school that Kayla Rincon Miller attended.
Everyone hit the like button. Smash the like button, man. Smash the like button. Support the channel.
Island Coast High School. Today was the first day back from spring break, and we know grief counselors were here on hand to help the students returning. Today, I did speak with Kayla's parents. I spoke to them in person, but they weren't quite ready yet to go on camera, saying safety reasons, that the other suspects have not yet been arrested. But they did point out that they are preparing for Kayla's funeral coming up on Thursday. And today, after speaking with Southwest Florida Crime Stoppers, I'm told that since classes have resumed today, they are hoping that more students will be talking to each other, which could lead to more tips.
I think, teenagers are starting to talk to their parents. Parents are starting to talk to us. So the conversations are out there, but we're still here, just over a week later, and we don't have the arrest that we're looking for.
Trish Rout sat down with us today to say there's a lot more tips.
So the white boy is not who they're looking for. They're looking for some other kids. They're looking for some other kids. I wonder what those kids look like. I wonder what those other kids look like. Because we might have an all-white crew, robbery crew, that went and killed the black girl.
More tips coming in about what happened Sunday night, March 17th, as family and friends anxiously await additional arrests.
It's frustrating that we're here, just over a week later.
Today, Cape Coral police said detectives continue to work around the clock investigating Kayla Rincon Miller's murder. It's been more than a week since the teenager was shot and killed along Southeast 20th Street and Southeast 16th Place while walking from the movie theater to McDonald's in Cape Coral. CCPD says the shooting was not random.
We never really thought that it was a random act, but now that we know conclusively that it's not, that this was a targeted act, that gives all the more importance that there is absolutely information between friends of the parties involved, between friends of Kayla and her friends as well that were there on the scene. People are talking.
This is the only arrest made so far. 16-year-old Thomas Stein is a principal to murder while engaged in a robbery. As CCPD says, the getaway car was a silver Nissan Pathfinder rented by Stein's mom. His mom told me she knew nothing about this until her son was arrested last Tuesday.
This was a traumatic incident, whether you were friends with Kayla, friends with any of the parties involved, went to school with them.
Cape Coral police say there are additional suspects so that you can expect more arrests in the near future. And as for those grief counselors, I did reach out to Lee County School System, and I'm told that those counselors will remain on site for as long as they are needed. Live here in Cape Coral, Elise Chingari, NBC.
I'm gonna follow up, man, because we need the rest of these suspects brought in, man.
Only on Fox 11 tonight, heart-wrenching video from Sunday's deadly shooting inside the LA County Sheriff's Department station in Industry.
A teenage girl can be seen wrestling the sheriff's deputy before taking his gun and pulling the trigger on herself. Fox 11's Matthew Cedar breaking this story, new at 10. Matthew.
Christine, Alex, this incident happened fast, only about 5 seconds or less. And I've got to warn you, this video is hard to watch. New shocking video obtained only by Fox 11 of an ambush, struggle, and shooting Sunday inside a LA County Sheriff's Department station. We're stopping the video here as the 17-year-old girl uses a deputy's gun to fatally shoot herself.
A couple seconds, if you will. All the deputy did was open the door to help somebody. And unfortunately,
wow,
occurred.
Watch again as a deputy in the city of
Wow.
Industry casually walks and opens the front door. The teen grabs the deputy's gun.
Is that easy? I thought their holster had a little switch on it where you can't grab the gun. This must have been an old style holster, man. It's that easy to grab a cop's gun? A girl can do it?
And unfortunately, what occurred.
Watch again as a deputy in the city of Industry casually walks and opens the front door. The teen grabs the deputy's gun from his holster, struggles through 2 punches, and pulls the trigger towards her head, all in just 3 seconds.
After it occurred, everybody's like, what the heck happened? They're doing life-saving measures, CPR, etc. Everybody's affected by it.
I was shocked to see a situation like that go so bad so quick.
Tim Lynn worked as a member of law enforcement more than 30 years. What can law enforcement do to prevent this from happening?
Deputies in black and whites that are working the field, they're wearing a different type of holster, a different type of belt. And unless you know how to get them out and do the maneuver, they're very hard to get out of the holster.
In 2020, a similar case inside LAPD's Harbor Station, a man fighting and stealing a police officer's gun before shooting.
You have to be on guard all of the time.
An attorney representing the 17-year-old's family says it's highly disturbing that a 17-year-old girl who weighs about 140 pounds could disarm a deputy in a short amount of time in a sheriff's station and use a deadly weapon like that. It raises a lot of questions.
I feel it to my heart and soul. I've been a deputy sheriff for 35 years. I got a daughter, been through situations myself. It's tragic.
Clearly, a lot of people shaken up by this shooting. It's now under investigation. Reporting live tonight.
Whew. Salute the long story short. Yeah. I haven't seen the Eric Adams interview on the Breakfast Club, but I heard about it. I may get to that, man. Salute to not Jimmy Stewart, man. He says, "Love you, Op." Salute to you, Jim, not Jimmy Stewart.
In surveillance video sent to us by a neighbor at 2:07 p.m. Saturday afternoon, you see two small boys on bikes talking with someone. Neighbors tell us it's the homeowner, and she has a complicated relationship with those who live near her.
Lately, it's been getting worse. I guess as her mental illness gets worse, her brain gets worse. So she starts doing crazier things. Just this morning, she was stealing things from her yard guy's truck and was vandalizing their vehicle.
That complicated relationship exploded today. In that home video, we see the two boys leaving after a neighbor shoos them away. But just 10 minutes later, they're back. The younger one wearing oversized blue gloves, the older boy black gloves. The older boy can be seen pulling something out of his pants, charging the woman inside her garage, and fleeing heartbeats later as she falls to the ground. They leap back on their bikes and roll away.
Never did any of us ever think that it was going to be kids from the neighborhood that come and attack her.
Neighbors say because of the woman's fragile mental state, her family checks on her regularly. Law enforcement say shortly after the stabbing, her brother came by and found her. She was life flighted to a hospital and went into surgery in critical condition.
Her brother came and checked by just to check up on her. He checks on her daily. At that point, he just came at the right time. He opened the door and saw that she was stabbed.
Just blocks away, only ABC 13 was there as the sheriff's department investigated outside a second home. At one point, a deputy walks a small boy from the patrol car into the house. Deputies...
They arresting our little kids, man. They locking up little black kids.
Deputy walks a small boy from the patrol car into the house. Deputies could not say if this is where the boys live. They did say they are from the same neighborhood.
Now the concern is, okay, so if these kids have the ability to do that, do we need to start watching the kids around here? My mom is about to live by herself, so that's also the concern now too. So
I'm Liliana Pearson, ABC 13.
Yeah, man, it's a lot going on, man. There's a lot going on.
To home here in the Houston area, the mother of two children speaks after they're accused of stabbing a woman in Northwest Harris County on Saturday. Harris County Sheriff's deputies say the children are 12 and 7 years old. This video shows the boys going up to the woman's garage while wearing what looks like blue surgical gloves. The 12-year-old is now facing an aggravated assault charge.
Troy Class has been following this story since Saturday.
Troy, what are you learning this evening?
Well, we're learning that the victim's brother, who normally checks on her, came by on Saturday and found the 59-year-old woman in the open garage behind me. Now, investigators and family tell me that both the 12-year-old suspect and the victim are dealing with their own forms of mental illness.
On the behalf of my boys and I want to let the family know that
Worst Stewart. Worst Stewarts, man. Here go one of the worst stewards, man. Press one if you're shocked that these little boys who stabbed this 59-year-old woman were raised by a worst steward.
On the behalf of my boys and I want to let the family know that I am very sorry.
A mother coming forward to apologize for her son. She's asked that we blur her face.
Well, let's at least give her credit for apologizing, man. Let's give her credit for apologizing, man. You say she ain't sorry. We don't know, man. It's hard raising sons, man. It's hard raising sons, man. Salute to my man Robert. No relation to Latoya Cantrell coming through. Salute to you, Robert. Salute to my man. Salute to Pamela Henderson coming through. Shout out to Cool Cat, man. So much love and respect out in this beautiful nation. Meow, meow to all. Shout out to you, man. Mr. Clockwork says, anyone thinking gliders are behind the random attacks in New York City should call me about a bridge in Montana. I'm in the bridge selling business. Yeah, man. Baltimore needs to buy a bridge, man. You need to talk to the mayor of Baltimore, man. He need to buy a bridge bad, man. Call me, my dudes. Also, hit the like, you lurkers. Yeah, hit that damn like, man.
Sure, y'all. My boys do not mean no harm. I'm sorry that this incident happened.
They didn't mean no harm by stabbing her. They didn't mean no harm. Maybe she's just talking and she don't really know how to convey her thoughts.
She's asked that we blur her face.
Sure, y'all. My boys do not mean no harm. I'm sorry that this incident happened. I'm not going to use my child's mental conditions as an excuse for his behavior because I do believe in accountability.
On Saturday, surveillance video captures her two sons, 7 and 12 years old, confronting the woman on April Valley Court. In the video, it appears another woman is trying to intervene and tell the kids to leave the victim alone. The brothers eventually leave.
So they up here fucking with this crazy lady. Another neighbor comes and asks them to leave. They won't come back later and stab this crazy lady who live at this house.
After the initial confrontation, the boys come back on their bicycles with surgical gloves and a knife.
After going home to get gloves and a knife. They crazy, but they went home and got surgical gloves and a knife. A 7 and a 12-year-old knew to go home and get gloves to try to so there ain't no prints on the fucking weapon and shit.
The boys come back on their bicycles with surgical gloves and a knife. Surveillance video shows the 12-year-old run into the garage and both boys leave the scene. The victim is recovering in the hospital right now. The Harris County Sheriff's Office says she also has a mental illness. Neighbors told us Saturday there have been previous altercations.
So it's just been a constant issue with her. I've had to call the cops at least 5 times already. We know that we need to just kind of give her space and leave her alone, but I think these kids just didn't know any better.
The mom says her son can be protective of his siblings.
If something triggers him, he gets very upsetting. He does get very upsetting.
She says her son remains in custody while the
He gets very what? Now listen, I'm gonna give these boys a break because the criminal justice system gonna give them a break too. So I mean, it is what it is. But her son gets very what?
If something triggers him, he gets very upsetting. He does get very upsetting.
She says
upsetted. He gets very upsetted. If we got any tutors, man, please come save these boys, man. Any English tutors, please come save these boys. They in Houston, Texas, man. They're gonna be home tomorrow, man.
And be protective of his siblings.
If something triggers him, he gets very upsetting. He does get very upsetting.
She says her son remains in custody while the 7-year-old is at home still trying to grasp what happened. The video shows he did not stab the woman. The family is also hoping the woman recovers.
I wish I could just see the lady and give her a hug because, I mean, I really never expected my children to do any harm to anybody.
Again, the sheriff's office tells us that the victim is still recovering, and under state law, the youngest a juvenile can be charged with any serious crime is 10 years old. Therefore, the 7-year-old won't be charged with any crime. Live in Northwest.
And listen, man, I'm okay with that, man. What can you do, man? What can you do? What can you do, man? We can't even get these 20 years old and the 30-year-olds prosecuted, man.
A child's life is forever changed after she was hit by a bullet. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Denise Valdez.
And I'm Vanessa Murphy. Now the man who claims this was an accident is heading to prison. We were in court this morning as he learned his fate, and I can tell you there weren't many dry eyes in that courtroom.
Who is that?
This is Drea Ramsey before a tragedy left her in a wheelchair.
You gonna put it in the box?
The now 6-year-old child paralyzed after a bullet flew through a wall of her family's West Valley home last November.
To hear the doctor say your baby may never walk again. When she used to run and dance. The fact that she's on a ventilator.
Drea's mother, father, and grandmother speaking virtually at the sentencing of the man who fired.
The only group of people who fire guns through walls, well, not the only, but 95% of the time a bullet flies through a wall, it's a Sun man. Press 1. 95% of the time a bullet flies through a wall, it's a Sun man. And this is going to be like 3rd-degree murder. This is going to be like 4th-degree murder. This might even be 4th-degree attempted murder or aggravated assault. This dude going to do 8 months in jail. A grown man playing with a goddamn gun. This is something that, like those kids that we just saw in the last story, that's something they're supposed to do. That's something that they're supposed to do, that 7-year-old and that 12-year-old. You was a grown man, cuz you firing your gun through the fucking wall by accident.
She's still running dance. The fact that she's on a ventilator.
Drea's mother, father, and grandmother speaking virtually at the sentencing of the man who fired the gun from a neighboring apartment while Drea and her 3 siblings were there.
I beat myself up because my baby should not be laid in that bed. The fact that she can't dance with me like she used to. The fact that she can't run to me and give me hugs when I come home from work.
Arian Willoughby still.
Shit, man. Look at this beautiful family, man. Look at that beautiful family. This why LeBron and Colin Kaepernick and everybody who you saw kneeling for George Floyd, everybody who ever kneeled for George Floyd that got 2 nickels to rub together live around white people. Press 1. Everybody who got 2 nickels to rub together who kneeled for George Floyd lives around white people. Not saying that this can't happen around white people, because it can. Because white people got a lot of guns. But 99% of the people who kneel for George Floyd, if they get 2 nickels to rub together, they living around white folk.
The gun from a neighboring apartment while Drea and her 3 siblings were there.
I beat myself up because my baby should not be laid in that bed. The fact that she can't dance with me like she used to. The fact that she can't run to me and give me hugs when I come home from work.
Arian Willoughby still claiming the shooting was an accident.
I will ask the family first to please forgive me.
Prosecutor Dina Renetti pointing out while Drea's family initially didn't know why she was laying in a pool of blood in the bathroom, Willoughby didn't reveal what happened. Police never found the gun after it appears he removed it from the.
So he didn't call the police. He fired through his neighbor's home and didn't call the police, didn't alert anybody. He just removed the gun from the home. The only proof they got that the fucking bullet came from his apartment is the fact that the bullet came from his apartment. The hole is a hole in both walls. I'm surprised he ain't go to Home Depot and get some spackle and try to plaster up the wall. Surprised you didn't get some spackle, them little mesh tape and spackle over it, man, and try to blow dry it so it'll dry fast when the cops came. Nigga, you a disgrace, man. You got a fucking gun and you don't know how to fucking use it.
Arian Willoughby still claiming the shooting was an accident.
I will ask the family first to please forgive me.
Prosecutor Dina Renetti pointing out while Drea's family initially didn't know why she was laying in a pool of blood in the bathroom, Willoughby didn't reveal what happened. Police never found the gun after it appears he removed it from the scene, and there's video.
An apartment full of children, and he's aiming that firearm into an apartment he knows another family lives.
Willoughby shouldn't have been near.
Listen to this. He aimed the firearm into an apartment where he knows another family lives. This is why you can't be around. This is why if you get two nickels to rub together, you're going to move away from black people. Because even when they don't mean to shoot their guns, like think about it. If this dude was mad over a parking space, he'd have shot their home up. But even when you're just playing with your gun as an adult, you know, because adults play with guns. Even if you're just an adult playing with your gun, and it can go off and go through your neighbor's fucking wall.
Prosecutor Dina Renetti pointing out while Drea's family initially didn't know why she was laying in a pool of blood in the bathroom, Willoughby didn't reveal what happened. Police never found the gun after it appears he removed it from the scene, and there's video.
An apartment full of children, and he's aiming that firearm into an apartment he knows another family lives.
Willoughby shouldn't have been near a gun in the first place. He's a convicted felon with a past including armed robbery, child abuse, and more.
Shocking, man. He's a convicted felon with a past that includes armed robbery and child abuse, man. No way, man. No fucking way, man. This the type of niggas you live around. You live next to when you fucking live in Blakistan. Every fucking one of these niggas got a fucking criminal record and shit. Or somebody in the house got a criminal record. A fucking uncle that need a place to stay. Or a fucking teen that's in high school. Somebody in that fucking house got some fucking criminal record. And a fucking gun that you be safer giving it to a baboon. You be safer giving a gun to a baboon than most of these Southern men, man.
Child abuse and more.
You can't keep hurting people. You can't just put a Band-Aid on it. She's a singer. She's a dancer. She loved the Lord.
Judge Jennifer Schwartz sentencing Willoughby to 4 to 11 years in prison. The maximum.
4 to 11 years. So that means he'll be home in 3. That's the best she could do. It's like this 4th degree attempted murder. He didn't even kill the girl.
Willoughby to 4 to 11 years in prison, the maximum for the 2 felonies in his guilty plea.
He's not a victim.
Even though he's got a long career track record, even though he's got all those priors, the most she could do was send him away for basically 3 years.
Beat of 4 to 11 years in prison, the maximum for the 2 felonies in his guilty plea.
He's not a victim. My baby is a victim.
One of the things Drea's family stressed is how much trauma they're still experiencing. The kids are even scared to use the bathroom because that's where Drea was shot. The family has many bills and many needs. We have a link to a GoFundMe at 8newsnow.com.
This is certainly disturbing any way you cut it. Good morning to you, John. Good morning to you as well. We are on the 4500 block.
Everybody hit the like button, man. We need 250 likes to start the show, man. 250 likes to start the show, man. Everybody hit the like button, man. How many likes we got now, man? We need 250 likes before I can. All right, man. We got 197, man. 50 more likes, man, and we're gonna get into the main event, man. 50 more likes, guys. 50 more likes. Come on. Nobody does it like this, man. They can't, man.
This is certainly disturbing any way you cut it. Good morning to you, John. Good morning to you as well. We are on the 4500 block of Dr. Martin Luther King, basically between. John, good morning to you as well. We are on the 4500 block of Dr. Martin Luther King, basically between Cora and Deer in the Greaterville neighborhood. The scene still unfolding behind us. You can see investigators along the sidewalk there. That is where the body was found of the victim in this case. The body has been taken away by authorities as this investigation continues to unfold. I want to show you some video as I relay to you the latest information I got from Lieutenant Terrell Robinson with the St. Louis City Police Department just moments ago. Lieutenant Robinson tells me at about 3:30, just a few minutes after 3:30, a passerby sees a woman on fire here on the 4500 block of Dr. King. Fire department rushes to the scene, extinguishes the fire on that woman. She is deceased at that point. Police come out. Fire investigation unit is also here, as well as bomb and arson. Homicide detectives are here as well from the St. Louis City Police Department. Lieutenant Robinson tells me at this point they are treating it as a suspicious death, but they want to call in all of.
You think so? You think?
These units so they cover all of their bases as the investigation unfolds. One of the keys here as police try and piece this together is what exactly happened to this woman and when did it happen. They couldn't find any obvious wounds on her body other than the tremendous burn wounds because of the severity of the fire. So that is going to come out as they try and piece together this investigation. They do not have an identity on the victim yet at this point. John and Margie, we do know that police believe it is an adult female. The case was listed on the city police log as a homicide. Lieutenant Robinson telling me it's being treated as a suspicious death. That's probably a bit semantic because either way, there are the same number of units out here, many investigators, so they cover all of their bases as this investigation unfolds and they try and clarify what exactly happened. But truly a gruesome scene out here this morning. Margie and John, you have this passerby driving down Dr. King, seeing this woman on fire. Fire crews get here. She is fully engulfed in flames at that point, according to the lieutenant, and the investigation unfolds from there. Still a lot of work for police to.
Damn.
Now to that wild story involving the weed eater. It all unfolded on a dead-end street in northwest Harris County on Friday. Investigators say lawn care equipment workers fought back after they came face-to-face with crooks. Tonight's KPRC2's Gage Golding is showing us how this happened and who detectives are still looking for.
This is a huge issue, man. Lawn care crews, landscapers, as they're working, sun turds running up on them and robbing them for their equipment. I've done stories on this. Plenty of stories on this. This is a huge problem. Just like women getting punched in the face randomly. This is a huge problem.
And he's showing us how this happened and who detectives are still looking for.
A lawn care crew was out here hard at work, earning an honest living, when one of the workers noticed something while weed eating. He saw not one, but two cars pull up next to his trailer. That's when he saw someone hop out, come over and grab two of his backpack leaf blowers, tossing them in their car. But the employee, he fought back, using his own weed whacker to slash the suspect in the face.
The suspect was kind of incoherent from being hit in the head with the weed eater.
You can almost feel the pain from just seeing Jarrell Alexander's mug.
Yeah, man, you out there working and shit, and these niggas come up to rob you. Most times they use guns. They just lay everybody down and take all the equipment. This time they was, trying to steal, man.
And being hit in the head with the weed eater.
You can almost feel the pain from just seeing Jarrell Alexander's mugshot. He's one of 5 suspects and the unlucky one who went face to face with a weed eater.
He was halfway in the vehicle, halfway out in the process of putting the blowers in, and he was able to strike him with his weed eater in the head, causing him to fall out the vehicle.
A lawn care worker fighting back against the thieves, but it wasn't enough. They still managed to get away with the 2 leaf blowers worth around $1,400. Alexander's friends initially leaving him high and dry before coming back.
The red Nissan comes back. An occupant in the Nissan displays a weapon.
They pull out a gun, threatening the lawn care worker and a neighbor who came over to help at this point. But the not so bright bandits dumped Alexander. Threatening the lawn care worker and a neighbor who came over to help at this point. But the not so bright bandits dumped Alexander off at the hospital, not before all 4 of them were caught on camera inside. Deputies now looking for their 2 cars.
A black Mercedes and a red Nissan Altima.
This is a popular quick grab crime, which usually ends up with selling the stolen goods to a pawn shop, which is why constable deputies want to make sure your equipment stays in your truck.
Take photographs of your equipment, log the serial numbers down, and you can go a step further, put a special marking.
Alexander is in jail facing charges of aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon. He is back in jail after just getting out recently. Police say they're hoping
he's what?
Of aggravated robbery with a deadly weapon. He is back in jail after just getting out recently. Police say they're hoping the unusualness of this case helps those tips come rolling in.
That is a story you will only see on Fox 5, cracking down on retail crime. DC police taking a proactive approach to a problem plaguing the district. Fox 5's Homa Bash live in Northwest tonight to explain. Homa?
Hey, Marina, we've all walked into these CVS and Target stores around the district and seen more and more essential items locked up, things like detergent, toothpaste, makeup, deodorant, more and more. It seems like things are behind lock and key than they are out and about. And that is getting really frustrating for workers and customers.
Like the entire pharmaceutical health and beauty section is locked up. And so it's inconvenient. It's one of those sayings, this
Let me tell you, a lot of sun turds and ombritos are coming to the town where I live, right? But not enough yet. I was in Target the other day. I was in Target yesterday. There were even the electrical, even, how in Target you go back to where they sell the computers and stuff like that, and the computer and the phone accessories, even that shit wasn't locked up. Some of it was, but most of the chargers and stuff you could just grab off the shelf yourself. That's going to change soon in my town. But as of now, not enough, because in DC, they lock up the socks. I bought a pair of socks and boxers from a Target, and Oxon Hill, Maryland, right outside of DC. Black communities. I mean, Sonistan.
They're not gonna have to lock up the fruit or books.
The socks and the boxers were locked up. I had to go get a manager to go fucking get the key to get some socks, regular black socks, athletic socks, and some boxers. In a what's that, a 98% black neighborhood? Where it's Black City, where that shit is, Oxon Hill. Socks locked up. Where I live, where it's 90% white, even the electrical appliances ain't locked up.
This is why we can't have nice things.
What's
Well,
that,
now
white
DC
lady?
police. So it is. It's inconvenient. You know, it's one of those sayings. You know, this is why we can't have nice things. Well, now DC police say they're trying to do something about that rise in retail thefts. Investigators tell me they've teamed up with stores across the district to catch criminals in the act. And in the last few months, they've made dozens of arrests, many of them repeat offenders. These are photos of some of the things that were stolen: snacks, toothbrushes, shampoos. A lot of these stolen items are then resold on street corners. Now, back in February, we told you about that CVS store in Columbia Heights shutting its doors, citing retail thefts. Video showing aisles and aisles of empty shelves after shoplifters ransacked the place over and over again. Closures like that hurt the community. People can't get hygiene products or medications as close as they could. Colin Hall is the 1st District Commander for DC Police. He tells me he hopes this crackdown sends a strong message.
We reduce the thefts in these places where it's really deterrent that people don't think they can just come in and steal things off the shelves and walk out and there's going to be no repercussions.
So they'll be doing these undercover operations every week throughout the district. When I asked Commander Hall what he'd say to people living in the district who feel there may be more serious crimes to focus on, he says they can do both. They are.
Hold on. There's more serious crimes to focus on. Look, Pookie walked up and shot Ray Ray in front of 20 people. The cops come canvass the neighborhood. Anybody seen anything? Nah, man. So they send some police to fucking stop some shoplifters. Man, y'all need to focus on the serious crimes. There are no solutions. Press 1. There are no solutions. All you can do is, if you're lucky enough to get one of these turds, is put them in front of the meanest judge you can on the day they had the fucking water, on a day where they're having a bad day.
Hemorrhoids. He's having a hemorrhoid day.
Exactly.
Are doing both, and these thefts, these are serious crimes in their eyes.
So this is just one piece of the puzzle. And like I was saying, we do apprehend people that have firearms. So doing this, we're able to connect with other crimes, people that are wanted for robberies.
And they're taking these people off the street. Just in the last month, the DC U.S. Attorney's Office has indicted 7 people for thefts related to CVS stores. They range in age from 26 to 64 years old, guys.
That brings us to our Fox 5 Live Incident question. Will undercover patrols help crack down on retail theft? So
You got to be crazy to buy hygiene products off of a random some person in the street.
Why you say that?
You would buy a toothbrush, deodorant, etc. from a random some person in the street.
They got tables in DC where dudes in front of like stores where they got their table out like a regular vendor, and they got Tide and deodorant and body wash.
Yeah, same thing here in Philly.
Wow, we don't got
it's
that
not like
here.
some crackhead. It's not like some toothless crackhead coming up to you with some grimy ass toothbrush telling some you want to buy this and shit. It's like a store and shit. It's like a swap meet and shit.
We don't got that here. That's fucking crazy. Wow.
Yeah, they sell that shit right on the street in broad daylight. They making a business off that shit. They might sell it across the street from the store they stole it from.
far, you can see here 80.
Yeah, man. Salute to everybody, man. Everyone hit the like button. Everyone hit the like button, man.
I've heard of some men doing that for like.
We're beginning the news.
You know, like they'll do like, you know how they do those smash and grabs on the clothing stores. I've seen them. I've heard of that.
Yeah. They sell a lot of that stuff online. Salute to Fear Resides Within Us. For our teacher, Big Homie, and King Sun Man, Ak. May we never take you for granted. Salute to you, man. That's very nice, man. Hit the like button. Continue to hit the like button. Continue to hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Make sure you check out the merch store. Also join the Patreon. We're going to be doing live streams on Patreon soon. I'm giving y'all a good warning. So y'all will know we're doing live streams. We'll do a live stream once a week on Patreon, man. Coming up soon, though. I ain't just going to, I'm going to give y'all guys time to get to the Patreon. Salute to, we going members only in a minute. Salute to Eric S. Ock Nation Hall of Famer. Salute to Barry B. Ock Nation Hall of Famer, man.
We're beginning the news at 10 tonight with a breaking news update. An argument between co-workers left a man dead in Raleigh. Thanks for being with us. I'm Shay Arthur. WREG's Alan Self is live tonight after speaking to witnesses about what happened. Alan, what did you learn?
Shay, that man died here at the hospital this afternoon. I spoke with Donald Paris, the owner of a detail shop where they both worked. He told me he thought the victim was going to survive.
I made sure he was okay. The guy, well, when the ambulance came, that's when I gave up, because I made sure the guy had some water and he was still talking to me and everything.
Donald Paris said the man who was shot off Stage Road told him he felt pain. Paris thought that was good news at the time.
Because he got shot in the back, so for him to feel pain lets me know there's some type of nerves are still intact. So I think it was a good thing feeling that pain. I would have been more concerned if he just sitting there, didn't feel anything.
Paris details the interaction he had with the victim after the shooting. He revealed the shooting was between two members of his team who argued over a food stamp card.
This is the owner of the detail shop. There's a shooting. You'll never believe what the shooting's over. We can't make this stuff up.
Feel anything.
Paris details the interaction he had with the victim after the shooting. He revealed the shooting was between two members of his team who argued over a food stamp card. The shooting occurred inside this bay, where Paris said the two detail workers were fixing this woman's car.
This car was in the bay when whatever happened over there. The dude ran in the bay where the truck was. He just called us and told us after we dropped the truck off that something was going on up here, that it was tied up with police.
Paris says the arrest was made by an undercover Memphis police officer. He says the police are often here getting their cars fixed or washed, and it just so happens to be an officer here when the shooting took place.
I thank God for the lady officer was here. She was undercover. When we heard those shots, I came the first time I was looking, and she came from nowhere and identified herself. She used her customers. I think it was a U-Haul truck.
Hold on. Where did he say what it was over?
That was good news at the time.
Because he got shot in that back. So for him to feel pain lets me know there's some type of nerves are still intact. So I think it was a good thing feeling that pain. I would have been more concerned if he just sitting there, didn't feel anything.
Paris details the interaction he had with the victim after the shooting. He revealed the shooting was between two members of his team who argued over a food stamp card. The shooting...
At a car detail place?
They arguing over a food stamp card. Now one is dead and one is going to prison. Well, he'll probably get it one day. One day he'll go to prison because in Memphis he'll get out tomorrow and his court date will be in fucking.
And if they're both working, what the fuck are they doing getting food stamps?
Well, I mean, you can get food stamps and work in food stamp fraud, and also there's a certain level of money you got to make. Like you can work 32 hours and still get food stamps.
They probably
You
get
just
paid
can't
cash.
work 40.
They probably get paid cash working in the car wash too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So they're scamming the system and
like everybody
double dipping.
Yeah, everybody does that shit though.
Yeah, but that's the least.
problem.
That's
the
the least
system
of the
isn't
story,
designed
though.
to support that.
Yeah, that's the least. That's the least.
You know, I don't know if this story is more sad, hilarious, or pathetic. I don't know.
Arguing over a food stamp card at work Both of them at work, man. We need more jobs. Remember, poverty is what causes these black men to kill each other. It's poverty. If we could get them more jobs and free housing, man, nothing would ever happen, man. Like white people, like all white people got, man, because all white people is rich, man. We gotta bridge the gap, man.
Didn't feel anything.
Paris details the interaction he had with the victim after the shooting. He revealed the shooting was between two members of his team who argued over a food stamp card. The shooting occurred inside this bay, where Paris said the two detail workers were fixing this woman's car.
This car was in the bay when whatever happened over there. The dude ran in the bay where the truck was. He just called us and told us after we dropped the truck off that something was going on up here, that it was tied up with police.
Paris says the arrest was made by an undercover Memphis police officer. He says the police are often here getting their cars fixed or washed, and it just so happens to be an officer here when the shooting took place.
I thank God for the lady officer was here. She was undercover. When we heard those shots, I came the first time I was looking, and she came from nowhere and identified herself. She used her customers, I think it was a U-Haul truck, even before the police got here, just to stage him out of the area. She took him. And that's bold, and that she needs to be rewarded for that. That's work that's unheard of.
After the shooting, the shop as well as the gas station and neighboring businesses remained open. But T. Jones, who lives nearby, says she's had enough of the violence.
That's why I'm trying to move out the area, because my cousin died to gun violence.
White people, man. She coming to a neighborhood near you, man. Get your casseroles and your goddamn potato salad with raisins in it, and be prepared to, because you know white people, they greet you and shit. When you move to white neighborhoods, the wife brings over a goddamn casserole and shit to welcome you to the neighborhood and shit. And if you ever need anything, sweetie, don't hesitate to ask.
I know you're joking like crazy, but that still happens in my town. When I bought this house,
It does.
No, he's not joking. He's joking, but he's serious at the same time.
White people are nice. White people are nice, man.
Very nice.
They're nice, man. They're neighborly. Now, not all of them. Some of them are pieces of shit, but the collective of them is nice. Yeah, some of them ain't shit. Some of them park on the fucking sidewalk. Some of them put their trash out on the wrong day. Some of them fucking don't know how to fucking keep their house up. But it'll be 2 murders in the city the whole year. And those will both be some guy killed his wife or some wife killed their husband.
or a tweaker.
Yeah,
or some man passing through.
Or some man passing through. Or some man that just, stopped on the exit to get some gas and happened to be in their town and shit for 5 minutes and kill somebody. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say, convenience store next to the expressway.
Yeah, exactly. Coming to a neighborhood near you, white people.
But T. Jones, who lives nearby, says she's had enough of the violence.
That's why I'm trying to move out the area, because my cousin died to gun violence. He got shot 13 times. So I'm trying to get out of Memphis completely, because it's always something every day.
One person was detained following the shooting. It is unclear if they are facing charges. Live at the medical district, Alan Self, WREG.
The gun violence is making black flight.
I know I live in a glass house, right, but what a shithole Memphis is.
This is inexcusable. We can't have our children getting gunned down for any reason. And so we ask for our public's help.
The Harris County Sheriff says that a 10-year-old is fighting for his life this morning after he was hit by gunfire.
This happened near Tidwell and C.E. King Parkway, Northeast Harris County. KPRC2's Brittany Jeffers is joining us near that location this morning to tell us how the child's doing and what investigators are telling us as well. Brittany?
Yeah, Owen and Sophia, the sheriff says that the victim in this case, as you referenced, is 10 years old, soon to be 11 years old. And we know that he is in critical condition this morning. So investigators say it was around 8 o'clock last night. There was a large group of people who were gathered here near this apartment complex. They're saying about 20 to 30 people. Now, at this point in time, they don't know who fired the gun. But again, they do know it was a large group of people that were here.
20 to 30 people, some random person, some person fired a gun into the crowd and hit a 10-year-old. That sounds about sunny to me.
What city is it?
Parking lot. At
This
some
is Houston.
point in
Could be on
time, a
videos.
fight started in the group. They don't know who was involved or what they were fighting about, but investigators say that someone.
The police still don't know who was involved or what they were fighting about. This is definitely Sons. The 10-year-old shot in a large group of people. The police have been on the scene. They don't know anything. These are definitely Sons. Press 1.
Here in the parking lot. At some point in time, a fight started in the group. They don't know who was involved or what they were fighting about, but investigators say that someone grabbed a pistol, fired several shots, hitting that 10-year-old child. Now, the sheriff says they don't know if the child was the intended target or if that person was just firing into the crowd, but the 10-year-old was rushed to the hospital for surgery. And Sheriff Ed Gonzalez says that this is yet another disturbing case involving a juvenile.
We're pulling for the young man to pull through. Our prayers go out to him for a full recovery and hopefully he can pull through. But again, very disturbing situation out here. We've all been paying close attention to the number of juvenile suspects and juvenile victims that we're seeing across our community. So it's really senseless and very disappointing. But we've got the best in business out here that are on it.
So at this point, investigators are just looking for answers. They reference that large group, about 20.
The investigators are looking for answers. Does anybody know? Does any of the 20 or 30 people who are out here where this 10-year-old got shot know anything? No, man, I ain't seen nothing.
No,
I
man.
don't know.
When they hit the turn around and walk away.
Yeah, they do a spin move on the cops, or they left before the cops got there. Salute to Nate Ways, man, gifting 5 Arc Nation memberships, man. And yeah, and in honor of Nate Ways, man, we going members only, man. Members only, man. Sorry, man. But Ma, still do your job because there's a lot of people that got memberships that ain't Arc Nation, man, and I support that. I support people who are not Arc Nation getting memberships. I really do. I really do support that, man. Everybody get a membership so you can join the chat, man. Salute to Nate Ways, man.
But it's incredible. It's incredible, Ak, how some people will still say that the reason that some folks don't cooperate is because of the history with the police, you know, and the corruption and whatnot, and lack of trust. It's incredible.
Yeah, there's no solution. There's no fixing this.
Well,
Scott Adams said
they're afraid of the police. That's why they punch and attack, and that's what you do when you're afraid.
Yeah, exactly. This is what Scott Adams said. He said, "There's no fixing this. There's no fixing this."
So at this point, investigators are just looking for answers. They reference that large group, about 20 to 30 people out here who took off. They say if someone was out here, if you saw something, if you have any information that you can share with deputies, they want to hear from you. They say that you can call Crime Stoppers. And of course, as always, you can remain anonymous. Reporting live this morning, I'm Brittany Jeffers.
If you want to join the channel, man, go to where you comment at. On YouTube, there's a button next to the chat where you put your comment. It's a button. Click that button. It's going to take you to it's going to take, if you're on your computer, it's going to take you to the join screen. Hit the plus button. There's a button with a plus next to it.
It won't work on the app. It has to be on the browser. It might work on the phone browser as well. I haven't seen that. but it's not
I
gonna
mean, it's a
work.
dollar sign.
But it not gonna
It's a
work.
dollar sign.
But it doesn't work on the app.
Yeah.
But it
But hit
doesn't
the
work on the
dollar
app
sign, but on your phone you can also join. You can
on the
also
browser.
just huh?
On the browser maybe, but not on the app. For sure, not on the app. Because when I joined, I couldn't find it either until I went on my on my laptop and I
Oh
used the
really?
browser. Yeah, it's not on the app. So just go on your laptop or go on your phone browser. See if it's
Android
there.
phone.
Yeah, just press the dollar sign. Press the dollar sign like you want to donate.
Join. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a highlighted join. Just click on that.
and salute to Doug Chunks, man, gifting 20 new Arc Nation memberships. So those of you who are out here, man, that don't have a membership, scoop up one of those memberships right now, man. Doug Chunks just gifted 20 Arc Nation memberships for all of you guys. And make sure you renew your memberships because that's how we rolling from here on out, man. Members only at some point, during the night, man. Let me get into this topic, man. This I saw a lot today, man, on this New York topic, man. This topic that's taking, I wouldn't say the internet, it may be taking the internet by storm a little bit, man. There's a lot of people talking about this, man. I will say that, man. There's a lot of people talking about this this particular story, man. There's a lot of people talking about it. I saw a lot of things that I wanted to address, man. Where we at? Okay, here we go.
As a Black woman living in this society where these kind of punching women in the face in New York, yes, the main person that the focus is on has just been arrested. Men are punching women in the face in New York. Yes, the main person that the focus is on has just been arrested, but there's so much more behind this. So watch this video first, and then let's discuss. And it's not going to be the one that you think it is.
This African-American lady screams that this man attacked her, and nothing happens. Police don't arrest him. This man just got arrested for attacking this white lady. Here's him in court today.
First of all, you don't know what happened in this event because this guy who just got arrested for attacking this white lady, he's been arrested 3 times in the last few months for punching women in public. He gets out the next day every time because of New York bail laws. This is the 4th time he's been arrested in the last few months for punching a woman in public. So they're trying to flip it. This ain't even this is an old light-skinned son, man.
Yeah, she frustrated.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with her being frustrated, but he trying to make it like they don't care when they hit her. When somebody punch a Black woman, nobody cares.
This African-American lady screams that this man attacked her, and nothing happens. Police don't arrest him. This man just got arrested for attacking this white lady. Here's him in court today. And he's actually a TikToker that goes around harassing women. Here's just a clear sign that African-American women get treated different than white women. Just because she's loud, nothing happened to her. She's the criminal. But clearly this guy was going around punching women and harassing women. It wasn't until he punched this white girl in the...
No, it wasn't until like 50 white women went on TikTok and made videos and it went viral. And then the news picked it up even after we did a story. I did a story on it before the mainstream news did it. Story on it. Shout out to whoever sent me the TikToks about these women.
I go. A few things are more sad than seeing a white cuck.
I don't know if this is a white guy. This look like one of you, man. This might be on Burrito, man, on Mulatto, man.
Maybe, but he strikes me as for sure Glider though.
This guy?
The way he's
Nah,
the
that
way
ain't
he's
no Glider.
talking. Do you hear the way
That
he's
ain't no
talking, what
Glider.
he's saying? That's
Nah,
textbook
that
Glider
ain't no
shit.
fucking Glider, man.
Nothing happened to her. She's the criminal. But clearly this guy was going around punching women and harassing women. It wasn't until he punched this white girl in the face that he got arrested.
So that's a lot. And for the people who don't know what's been going on, I'm gonna catch you all up. So recently, like in this past week, a white woman, not the one that you saw, let me put a picture of the one that started all of this whole conversation. So this lady, her name is Haley. She has like 1 million or so followers on TikTok. And as you can see right here, somebody just knocked her straight in the face, right? And she makes this video as she is running away from this person. She has a series of follow-up videos about this. And because she posted this, then other women started coming forward. This woman, Michaela, was one of those women. Now, initially, the theory was that this person was only going around knocking out or like punching white women in the face. Some of them were knocked unconscious, others were not. But in truth, it wasn't just white women that this person was punching. It was indiscriminatory. But when it came to who was getting visibility for the
indiscriminate. Sorry, I can't stand when they do this.
White women that this person was punching, it was indiscriminatory. But when it came to who was getting visibility for this, who were the headliners, who
was going to TikTok making videos saying I got punched? Bunch of white women.
Discriminatory. But when it came to who was getting visibility for this, who were the headliners, who were the people that Times and The Guardian and all of these other publications whose faces were front and center, it was white women. Not it happened to be because it's intentional, but it was white women. Now let me make this perfectly clear. Nobody should be punching people in the face, period. Nobody, I don't care. You should keep your hands to yourself, period. And in this terrifyingly misogynistic world where not just people are getting punched in the face, but marginalized people, women, are being attacked by the oppressive population, men, who, like, because this is happening, and then you get to see the intersectionality within this general crime against women.
I hate you white people for teaching these people these words. You didn't hear the word intersection. I bet you can't find one instance of a black person using the word intersectionality before 2015, ever. I'm talking about you could fucking create an algorithm and put every video ever made, every article ever made into some fucking algorithm. You won't hear one fucking black person ever use that word before 2015.
Right, where this woman, the first woman in the stitch, the black woman that was on the train trying to explain what was happening to the police, mind you, she just got attacked. So yeah, she's going to feel a way about that. But this woman, this whole encounter happened. Nobody did a single thing about it, as the man was talking about, who was accumulating all of this, who was sharing all this information. Nothing was done about it. And now fast forward, nobody really even knew about that first woman until people went all the way back, did some deep.
How do you know that was the first woman? How do you know nothing was done about it? And it took 50 white women to go to TikTok who had the same encounter with the same with the same guys. It's like, I think it was like 3 or 4 guys. It took 50 white women getting punched in the face for one guy to get arrested and released the next day. And she's online bitching about that because there's footage of a black woman who got punched, who's yelling at the cop, and she's just saying that nothing happened. And that this is evidence that white women get treated better than black women. When it took 50 white women to make TikTok saying they got punched for one guy to get arrested and released the next day. You can't fix this, man. There's no fixing this. A normal person would say, hey, man, it's fucked up it's fucked up that white women are getting punched in broad daylight by black men. She's leaving that part out. Press 1. You notice how she's leaving the part out that it's white women getting punched in the face by black men, and even the black woman got punched in the face by a black man? That all these women that got punched, regardless of what race they are, the fucking guy who did it was black, and I don't give a fuck if he was homeless or mental health or whatever the fuck he was. They're all black. Everybody punching women in New York City is black. She's leaving that out and still crying the racism card.
Like,
Nobody
this
did a
is
single
something
thing about
gliders
it.
don't randomly do.
Yeah, I've been looking for a story of a white woman of a black woman getting punched by a white guy in the street. I put out the call, man. If you got that video of a black woman getting her ass getting getting punched at random by some white guy, please send that to me, man. We need that, man. We need that story.
You know what I did see? I saw a video of one of the migrants trying to strong arm rob a sister, and the sister beat the dog shit out of that boy.
Yo, I saw that too. Yeah, I saw that too. She put in that work on him, and all of the guys just stood around watching.
Good for her.
She had that on video begging for mercy, and she didn't give it.
She didn't give him no mercy.
No,
She just kept whooping him, huh?
She took his moped and everything.
Oh, damn. Send it to Ak.
I'm going to try to find out, put it in there.
That's funny.
Oh, shit. Wow. Wow.
Some boom chic of justice.
Yeah, man. This is crazy, man.
The man was talking about, who was accumulating all of this, who was sharing all this information. Nothing was done about it. And now fast forward, nobody really even knew about that first woman until people went all the way back, did some deep digging and said, wait a minute, Black women have been talking about this for a while, and not just a while, as in like the past week. There are Black women who have been punched in the face. 1 second. Sorry, car alarm. But you know what? Let a fellow sister explain what's been going on.
I know right now everyone's talking about white women getting punched on the street in New York. I'm here to tell you, I also got punched on the street in New York in the head. It's not just white women. This happened last year at the whole story time or whatever about it on
Look
my
how idiotic Black women have turned into this shit. It's like 90% white women that are being punched in this area of Manhattan by Black men. And here come Black women out of the blue. We've been punched too. Like, it's such a juvenile take on this. Like, what about some compassion? What about some compassion for the people that are getting punched instead of we even getting punched too and nobody care because we Black?
They want the attention on themselves and then not focus on those assailants. That's what they're doing. That's what this census is doing.
And that's such a juvenile thing. Salute the Cool Cat, man. Cool Cat says, would you make it members only if you want more people to join? And really, everyone should be able to comment, money or not. I don't think it's right. Well, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing about members only, man. Members only is the reward for people who got a membership. Members only is to make sure that this channel is monetized. You got to remember, all my live streams are demonetized. I'm not like these other channels where I go live for 3-4 hours and it's monetized and I make fucking $1,000 off my live stream because it was monetized for 4 hours and all the people that came through, all the views equals up to what, $500,000 every night. I don't get that because they demonetize my live stream immediately. I've shown you guys that all my live streams, as soon as I go live, they demonetize it. Even
Maybe
though my
Cool Cat
channel is
is forgetting
monetized.
that. Yeah. Maybe Cool Cat forgets that this live
Yeah.
streams are
Yeah.
demonetized.
Well,
All of
even then, Cool K. Let's be honest. Ike does work too hard, and I don't think he's asking for too much. Let's be honest.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, man. I don't think Cool Cat's saying that, but I think he's trying to say that everybody should be able to comment. No, you get the comment for the first hour or two. After that, I'm going members only.
It's not that bad. It's actually a good deal. Yeah.
Privilege.
To
It's
think of
called
it.
privilege.
Yeah.
But these sisters, right? They'll gladly bring up their race when it comes to this, but as soon as you bring to them that it was brothers doing it, they'll stop you right then and there. They don't want you to point out the fact that it's brothers doing it.
Yeah,
That's really fine
every
line.
single one of them, though, Wicked. Not like it's the majority of them being done by brothers. Not like out of 100, 75 were done by brothers and 25 was done by hombredos and Asians and white men. Every single one of them is being done by a black person. Every single one by black men. 100% of them.
But you can't mention that fact to them. They won't allow you to move in that direction at all.
That's the most obvious thing about this. There's nothing more obvious about this than every single woman that gets punched in New York or anywhere randomly on the street, it's a black guy. These whores, and I don't want to call this woman a whore. She seemed like a nice woman. But these women are coming to YouTube to
It's
not
almost
to
like
say,
actor coming into the defense of the suspects.
of course, in a kind of like
Subtle way. Yeah.
circuitous way, but not coming here saying, "Oh man, that's messed up, man. Our men got to stop running around punching random white women in the face." Nah, this not only y'all getting punched in the face, and when we get punched in the face, nobody ever does anything.
Yeah. It's like, where's my hug? It's like these people are looking for their hug.
As if these guys, as if one guy didn't punch like 20 white women on his own and get out the next day.
And
Get
harass
arrested, get out.
and harass
The
the
same
rest
day.
of them.
The same day.
I know right now everyone's talking about white women getting punched on the street in New York. I'm here to tell you, I also got punched on the street in New York in the head. It's not just white women. This happened last year. I have a whole story time or whatever about it on my page. But everyone needs to keep their heads on a swivel. I'm also not convinced it's just one guy. I'm convinced that men are just evil. Because when I got punched and I told my friends, I counted 4 of my friends, 2 of which were women of color who also got punched in the head by a random man on the street. So stay vigilant, I guess. This happened in the Lower East Side.
And there are more and more and more stories like this that either have come out a long time ago and are being brought back into the ether or that are just coming out now. I saw a woman.
Which is good. Thank God that these white women started this TikTok trend of putting out their stories, which brought attention to it. So now you black women who didn't make it viral, you black women didn't make this viral because as far as I remember, 2 weeks ago, the biggest story on YouTube was a black girl who got stabbed to death by a black guy at a fucking bodega because she wouldn't give him her number. That story was the biggest story in the country for 3 or 4 days. A black girl getting stabbed by a black guy in this same city because she wouldn't give him her number. Every single YouTuber did a video on it. A week later, white women, 50 white women say, I got punched in the face by a man who happened to be black. And before the story can even get traction, here come black women. What about us? What about us? You only care about them. Y'all never care about us. When something happened to us, nobody ever says anything.
And you know what? Afghan sisters will actually fight these random some men punching them in the head on the subway. Because have you remember 8 Ball, the large hombrito on the New York subway, who slapped the shit out of that son sister years ago? They fight. They fight like men.
Oh yeah, they definitely gonna fight. Sister ain't gonna let you. Yeah, and it's black dude. Black dudes is less likely to punch a black woman, but they're punching black women in this part of town. These black women that are in this part of town are more sophisticated, so they're easier targets. But they ain't going in the fucking hood just punching random sisters, man.
Well, to
So
be
it's a
fair,
class.
That's a death sentence if you do that shit. You already know.
Exactly. Some man or some sipper come back and murder your ass.
but to be fair to the sisters, we know here that they, as far as females go, they're the highest victimized demographic. They are of violent crime.
Oh yeah, definitely. But these white women shouldn't be getting victimized because they're not
Not
adjacent
their
to
men.
sons.
Right, exactly.
Hey, Ak, do you remember? I think it's a couple years ago. Rick Moranis, actor from
Yes.
Honey yeah, he got slammed on camera in New York.
Yep.
Hard.
I did
Yeah.
that video. I remember that. He and he got swole up. I mean,
yeah.
that some man fucked him up. You
And
heard
it's
me?
like, yeah, it's not just white women, obviously, but it's a unicorn when it's not a white woman that's getting hit.
Yeah, especially in Manhattan.
When it's not a white person in general, not just a white woman, a white person in general.
Or
Yeah.
Asian, Tiger.
Yeah, or Asian. Yeah, you're right. Or Asian.
Have
Yeah.
you
Oh
seen
yeah.
this video or interview of LeBron James saying that Diddy parties are amazing?
Oh nah. But I'm
I've seen
sure
it last night.
I'm sure he's
He's
been
been
to his
into
parties.
many of them. Yes.
Yeah, all those celebrities have been to Diddy's parties, man. Like it's kind of like Epstein's Island, man. That's why everybody's being quiet now. That's why nobody's coming out and saying, "Ah, Diddy's my man, man." Nobody wants to even be known that they've been to those parties. They don't
Do
even
you
want
guys
to put
think
it
he's
out.
gonna hang himself in jail?
Nah, he ain't even. Nah, Diddy gonna wiggle his way out of this, man.
Diddy already out.
Diddy,
He already out.
yeah, but I mean, they're still investigating. They're still investigating.
This was last year. I remember seeing a black woman who came on also almost stories that of women who came to TikTok saying, "Hey, I was punched in the face by somebody that sounds like this guy," right? So let's keep that in mind. What does this have to do with my decenter men and child-free page? I think the decenter men part is pretty obvious, but let's talk about the child-free part.
Okay,
As a black woman living in this society where these kinds of things happen consistently, when I say these kinds of things happen, I mean not just violence, but violence that comes to us first and then eventually affects other people and then they care. Why would I want to bring a child into this? Why would I want to go through the trauma that is?
Oh God.
So she's justifying this to say she doesn't have kids.
Yeah. Because exactly the trauma of childbirth.
So this past week,
I
women
just
are
watched the childbirth, man. I just watched one live a few weeks ago, man. It's natural, man. Women are made. That's why their bodies are made to give birth to babies. Every single person you see was born from a woman. This whole thing about it being traumatic is
crazy.
It's some, you know what I'm saying? How else you people gonna be born, man?
And if it's a real woman, when she gives birth, you notice there's a change that happens with that person as a person. That woman changes.
Oh yeah, she gonna change. A lot of them change. A lot of them they turn
And
real conservative real quick.
right, all this rah rah other bullshit, and then but soon as they got a fucking baby, the mama bear comes out in some shape, way, or form. You'll see it. It'll peek through the cracks, and you're like, "Uh-oh, that wasn't there before." And
Oh
then,
yeah.
boom, here they come. You know, they start getting smarter.
Yeah, social media fucked it up. Everything sounds like barbershop talk now on social media. It sounds like barbershop talk when I'm listening, like just watching people, watching black people at least, straight
Yeah,
barbershop talk.
black people are the most annoying people in the fucking world.
Let me make
Facts.
chat over here. Holy shit.
We brought together Sterling Quinn, Marissa Harbert, Allison Hager, and Annika.
Yeah, my question is why are some of y'all laughing in the chat?
Chat, meet the new cast of Disney's The Marvels.
Like, I personally don't see how it's funny.
Hartier, after they became victims of the sucker punch epidemic that's
Look
hit
at all
New
these skinny white women in New York with beautiful skinny white women, man. Philly, man, do better, man. Look at all these beautiful skinny white women that's just walking around New York, man. God damn.
Why do Philly women
Like,
look like that?
I don't see how
Like,
it's, I personally
like
don't see how
aliens.
it's funny.
It's crazy how the men are
Hartier,
fading them.
after they became victims of the sucker punch epidemic that's hit New York. Allison says she still flinches at the recollection of being sucker punched a month ago.
That pain would come back, like almost like a ghost pain would come back, and just it was terrifying.
Annika is a model. This is her at a Louis Vuitton fashion show.
They standing there like they're the Power Rangers. It's morphine time.
Devastation.
Yo, I just seen this shit, bro. I literally just seen this shit.
Devastation.
That's like crazy.
The glamour of that video is a stark contrast to this gritty footage showing the moment she was.
Oh, no, they got it on camera. No, they got it. I can't. Hold on, bro.
Was attacked in broad.
Wait.
Gritty footage showing the moment she was attacked in broad daylight.
I could sense on my right side.
Wait,
Smash.
like nobody should be punching people in the like at all. But
did she get
was
punched?
it though?
It was
more like a
stark
jab.
contrast to this gritty footage showing the moment she was attacked in broad daylight.
I
Yeah,
could sense
but
on my right side that someone was quickly
at the
approaching.
end of the day, man, like nigga just punched her, whether he grazed her or not. Like it's still banana behavior, man.
It's traumatic.
Agreed.
If he would have missed, like say he would have missed, it's still crazy.
Yeah,
on
the
other side of the street.
Huh?
I think they got off cheap considering that around the Blakistanians, there's 6 million ways to die.
Facts. That's what I was thinking. Because the other girls had black eyes, chipped teeth, and all that. She got off easy.
Yeah, but yeah, she got off easy. But salute the DH, man, becoming a member. But it's still crazy.
Facts. Of course.
It's still like it's still crazy. It's no less crazy that he just grazed her.
It looked like it barely touched her. If I'm being completely honest, I think she dodged it more. Like, I don't know.
You know that's gonna be a.
And I had literally a second to look, and then I got punched in the side of my head right here.
Marissa was on a subway platform when it happened to her.
I'm pretty tough, but it brought tears to my eyes. It was a hard slap. I kind of felt like, did I imagine that? And then I woke up and I saw the bruise, and I was like, oh, it did happen.
It's just the way, obviously, I feel like, you feel bad for them and stuff. It's just the way that they're telling the story is just like, Did I imagine that? Like I think you would know if you got like hit in the fucking face. That's
Well,
not
here's the
Nose is
thing,
very
brother.
unfortunate.
I hate
Let me
black
tell you.
people, man.
Let me tell this brother. Let me just say this. This is not normal in their community. Like this is so far outside of normal behavior that they're like, did that just happen? Like, a sister might be like, oh shit, man, what's up, man? Put up her dukes and shit. These women who live in this white part of town, they don't live in Harlem. These women live the fuck away from what black people. And she's walking down the street like she does every day, and some black guy just fucking pops her in the fucking head. That's like, that's fucking outside of her fucking worldview. She can't believe that. That would be like if you went to Target, right, and you turned the corner and some white woman just dropped to her knees and started giving you head. It'd be like, oh shit, what the fuck just happened?
I'm going to take more walks.
But black people are we're
used to the violence.
Yeah, we're so we lack empathy and compassion so much that we're desensitized that we think like, yo, what's the big deal? He just grazed you. Like, nah, man, some fucking dude that I never seen before just tried to punch me while I was walking down the street, and I'm a woman. And there's 100 people on the street.
In broad daylight, yeah, you're not lying. Because
You don't want
that's normal shit right there.
you city people are crazy. You don't want me to be king. It'd be fucking. I'd have blood running down the streets like Wicked's ancestors did on the pyramid.
If that were like my girl, I'd be traumatized.
Exactly.
Going forward, it affects so many people. It affects more than the individual.
Thank you. Your girl comes home with a black eye, and you're like, "What's happened?" She's like, "Yeah, I was downtown, and some guy just slugged me." Who? You thinking, bitch, you cheating on me? Some nigga you was with cheat. Your side nigga fucking punched you and shit. You gotta fucking do some detective work to make sure it wasn't the side dude and shit, or some dude she cheating on you with. And then once you get to the fact that okay, it was some random homeless person or some random black guy who's not homeless, maybe just punched her.
Now you got to go kill him.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, not even necessarily kill him, but she has to go out again, right? Go to work, go out and about.
Oh, she's gonna be traumatized going out again,
100%.
especially if she has to go to the same area.
She's going to jump for the rest of her life over it. It's something that scarred her now. And she will literally feel these things for the rest of her life from it.
Listen, man, I know man hands. See, I guess because like Bill, like being a big guy, I think little guys don't understand it. When you got big man hands, like when I shake a woman's hand, it's like I feel bad because it's like I don't even squeeze. I just do it with my fingers. Like punching a woman in her face, I will fucking kill her. Like cold cocking a woman that's not expecting it. I would kill her.
Like one of them punching machine punches.
Yeah. You ain't lying.
Now the girl who recorded the video had a big ass knot on her head. Like, is she up here? Because I feel like she really like went through some shit, bro. What that one lady that we just saw previously before this barely got grazed, bro. Like
being slapped? Yeah.
That's a hard slap. There are now dozens of women coming out saying that this has happened to them. What's your reaction to seeing that this is happening to other women?
It is actually.
Getting TV time for getting punched in the face is peak 2024. I've been getting my shit rocked on the block religiously for decades, and not once did Channel 9 call me for an interview.
It's crazy
Jokes
getting
aside, keep your hands, feet, and object to self.
Facts.
Also, she not tough.
It's just crazy that you can also get like screen time for just like getting like you got grazed. Like I'm like you got grazed. Like yes, it was still an attempt, but like
Actually, so comforting just hearing each of your stories and say, okay, we felt this, but we
Like
can get
stuff like this kind of makes this serious thing a joke. I'm not gonna lie.
through it, and we'll bring attention to it and help other women who are also struggling with this as well.
All these women, members of a sisterhood they never wanted to belong to.
No woman wants to feel scared walking down the street.
A woman on TikTok has been compiling all the recent videos of women who were sucker punched in New York. It's now a
It's just weird that like some people have these takes on this situation. It's just bizarre, man.
Well, typically, if it was my girl, which is a some woman, the first thing I'm gonna ask, like, what you do, because she got a knife on her too, just like how you say keep a nigga off me blade. She got that shit. So, and she got mace, so she gonna stab a nigga up. She gonna mace a motherfucker. Like, it's
But
different
even in that
for
case,
us.
though, there's a recovery time after a man punches you, and there's the shock of it. So a lot of times women won't just like we'll do where we just whip out and go at it. A lot of women, like they just been punched by a man. They might be on the ground.
I mean,
You know what I'm
some
saying?
women, not like some women that's been in fights. I'm gonna say that's been in fights.
Yeah, but still, even a some woman that's been in fights. Like, think about it, man. Like, yo, a guy just cold cocked your shit. Yo, you dazed. You on the ground. You 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 recovering, man. You not just
When you get hit hard enough that you see that flash, I call it when your picture gets taken.
yeah, you felt that, man.
Yeah.
It's not
Yo,
just immediate. It's not gonna be an immediate
Reaction.
Just yeah, because you got to get up off the ground or you got knocked into a wall, and then there's the reaction of like, yo, do I want more of this? Do I want to run towards the guy that just did that? And women, their natural instinct is not to run right back at the guy who just fucking knocked the shit out of them.
especially if he's
Yeah,
leaving.
get
When he's
away,
leaving.
find somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised. I'm surprised this Sun Man didn't have the tape where segments like this make Sun Man less safe. You know, like that white woman tear shit. They like to say.
Oh, there's somebody
He
out
probably
there
did. He probably
that's
did.
talking that.
That was only 4 minutes of the video. He probably went into more detail.
Yeah, don't count us out, man. Don't count us out with you.
Right.
We can
Facts.
argue. We can flip everything to race. I figured that out. We
Yeah.
can flip everything to race.
We can take it there, man. We can
Unfortunately.
definitely take it there, my G. Do not count us out, man.
But that kind of sums up a part of the Ag Nation, right? How the most violent demographic is painted as the most victimized or the most daintiest, but they're out here, you know, victimizing everybody. You know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we are definitely out here victimizing everybody, man. We are definitely out here doing that, man.
Can you
that
have
is
mechanical knives where you are, Ak?
mechanical knives.
Yeah,
Like with the
Nah.
button,
like this.
like the switchblade.
And I know that I can't.
Like, well, hold on, let me see. Like what?
Well, here's it closed,
Yeah.
and then you just push a little button.
Oh nah, I just got I don't carry. I just carry a switchblade and some mace, man. I don't carry that. I don't carry the one. The one I got, you got to kind of you just flick it open. But that is that. I might have to check that out. See, I don't carry big shit. My shit is all my stuff is like small, man. Like you can't even see that shit. That shit is just like I might be punching you. You like I could have it in my hand and you'll think I'm hitting you. You'll think I'm just punching you. Boom. You know what I'm saying?
Put that in the left pocket. The left back pocket.
Bill has the burrito knife.
Yeah, he got a Crocodile Dundee knife and shit, man. Shit.
Oh, that's not a knife.
You have to see ABL. He put out a video last night calling racism. He's saying that the rat mayor of Baltimore is getting racist attacks by conservatives. If you have people on your side like that, like ABL, who cries racism, you don't need enemies at all. You
Are
have
you?
to you have to see
Salute
that.
to ABL, man. ABL's good peoples, man. But here's the thing:
Um,
the Baltimore mayor is getting racist attacks, but they're not attacks. They're just tweets from random white people.
yes,
That,
yes,
here's the
and
thing.
Pat, you have to watch out. ABL is going to be the next Lucas watch in the next few
We'll
months.
see, man. We'll see, man. I don't know. I haven't seen this channel in a while, man. I haven't seen an
Yeah.
ABL video in a while, man. But I'll say this: the stuff the people are saying about the Baltimore mayor is racist. But everything black people say online is racist. Black people are 1,000 times more racist online. And why is the mayor of Baltimore responding to tweets from white people while the fucking city's falling apart?
What are they saying, Ike, that you think is racist?
Well, they're just saying he's a DI mayor and he got and that he don't deserve his job because he got his job because he's black and all this stuff. And listen, let me just say this. Those things are racist in the fucking sense of what everything is racist to black people.
Yeah. Because it's true. That's not
Yeah,
a it's a
exactly.
fact that he
Gotham
was
City,
racist,
where
That is
Exactly.
fair to say.
is Batman when you need him? Okay. Seriously, there's been a lot of things going on in New York. We've been seeing this past week, and not long ago, there were men going up to women and men and knocking them out. It was called the knockout game, and it stopped for a little bit. And now,
You hear how delusional women are? It stopped. It never stopped. The news just can't report. The news is going to stop reporting on this in a few days because they're going to move on to something else. It never stopped. They think something stopped because the news stopped focusing on it. Because they only see stories that are big. They don't do like we do here and go through every city and do all the stories. The knockout game has never stopped.
Or read articles, or read newspaper articles.
Yeah.
Recently, men are going up to random women and hitting them in the face, punching them in the face. So the first lady on the left, she was actually attacked a few months ago. Now, I'm not sure if she's from New York City, but I wanted to share her story of what happened to her because it did go viral, but then you didn't see much going on. I don't think her attacker was captured. So I'm going to share with you what she said, okay?
NYC is not safe. A random grown man just punched me in my face.
He's trying to talk to me. He was on my ass. He literally speeds up from behind me just to walk slow in front of me. And I'm tall, so I stride when I walk. So he steps on my feet from the front. And he literally turns around and says to me, "Don't step on my feet, bitch." Y'all, I'm eating a burger, walking, and I stop eating my burger like, what? Sir, you literally just walked from behind me to come in front of me to tell me don't step. He's telling me how he beat up bitches like me, don't do it again. And I'm smiling like I'm eating my burger. I didn't think nothing serious. I'm like, why would you want to hit me? That's feminine energy. You're a boy. I'm a girl. Like, those are literally the words that I said. And then he goes and literally walks up to the guy that was like literally 10 footsteps away. And he's like, "Yo, bro, this your bitch." And then he says, no, and he comes back to me. He's just like, "Yeah, call me feminine again." And I'm like, it is kind of feminine that you want to hit me.
Demons
and he
are
really
real.
punched me.
Yeah, a white girl would have just said, a white girl wouldn't have said nothing. White girl wouldn't have said nothing. Not saying that this girl deserved it, but this black girl called that guy feminine, which he is. There's a feminine energy to walking around punching women. There's a lot of feminine energy to that. And she doesn't deserve this, but it's just different.
Well, but this is a class victim, I think, not a race victim. Does that make sense?
No.
I mean, she's downtown Manhattan. You can tell she's not a sister from the hood.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
And these white girls are not, Becky from the
she's a
fucking trailer
beautiful
park.
woman. He's punching mostly beautiful or good-looking women.
They would attack any woman. Come on, let's
They
be
would,
honest.
but you got to admit, there's very few dogs in the
Yeah,
roster that we see.
how many?
Yeah, cute chick ain't fighting back. Cute chicks don't fight back.
How many times have we seen news of a story of a son man attacking a kid? Just I don't know, we're blindsiding a kid with his parent.
No
A lot of
doubt, no
times.
doubt. No, I'm not trying to say that like these are the only people get, but this is a certain area of New York where this is happening, and that area. If you've been to New York, that area, Lower East Side, that area is trendy. It's ritzy. It's
I've been there.
bustling,
High class,
buppies,
normally high class.
yuppies. You know what I'm saying? It's not like Boone Chica might be there. She might work at the CVS or you know what I'm saying. So she come down there, but it's not. It's restaurants, 5 Michelin rated restaurants, and goddamn, you know what I'm saying? In skyscrapers like fucking 100-story skyscrapers and shit, and people working in business, Wall Street and shit like that. So, and then you got these transients hanging out down there. Amongst that just running around, talking to themselves or bumping for change or just hanging out. Because all of them ain't crazy.
And also those guys that are hitting on chicks and the chicks aren't down with it, and then the guy turns from being attracted to her to thinking she's some demon and feels justified to hit her, like the twins that got stabbed.
Exactly, and but the difference between the twins, those guys were young and it was at night, and they were drunk. These guys, it's broad daylight. It's 100 people on the street. It's New York City. It's fucking 12 o'clock noon on New York City,
right?
The downtown Tribeca, fucking Lower East Side, the Village, with like literally like there's hundreds of people on each side of the street.
Just out in front of God and everyone. Boom. And nobody's paying attention, really.
Yeah, everybody's just going to where they're going.
All they're going to see is your reaction.
And then also, they're not going to help you anyway because it's New York. New York people are very, they're different than other people. They
got that COVID 6-foot circle. If you're not in that, it doesn't concern them.
They're kind of self-centered, or they're kind of like, they're doing them. And New Yorkers are different. But salute to Steve, man. He says, thank you for the membership. Hoping to keep it up, Ock Nation. Yeah, man. Salute to you, Steve, man. Salute to Marie Kelly getting the channel membership. Marie Kelly in the building. Shout out to my man Lamingo. He said Philly women are safe from this guy. Yeah, Philly women ain't gonna get touched by this guy, man.
My shit. I ran the man just.
I cannot make this.
As you can see,
if this was a white guy that punched her, that story would have been the biggest story in the country, and she would have mentioned it. You notice she did not mention the race of her attacker.
She would have recorded him.
White women didn't mention the race of the attacker. What's the odds, guys? What's the odds that if it was a white guy that punched her, she wouldn't have mentioned it?
100%. 100. She would have had the phone out recording, asking everybody why this white guy doing this and that. You already know. Come on.
She would have beat his ass.
Yeah, then beat his ass after.
That's what I'm thinking.
But if it was a white guy, like a transient white guy that, like, listen, man, let's keep it a buck. We're not talking about these white guys we see, these woke white guys. It's not like no woke liberal out there punching people. This guy, this white guy that would be punching women on the street would be, he would be like,
in and out of jail.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be no fucking. Yeah, she ain't gonna want no smoke with that guy. She gonna act like a woman.
She would have still fought that. I feel like she still would at least try to fight back. I didn't see.
If she was awake, listen, a man hit you. I gotta keep reiterating this, man.
I've seen it. I see my own eyes.
A man hit a woman that's not looking. Boom. Yo, there's not just what's up? Nah, it's like, yo, she gotta get up. She gotta get up. I just don't know what guys y'all are around, man. Listen, man. I just don't understand that thing where like you think a man can cold cock a woman that's not expecting it, and it'd be like Tyson versus Holyfield. Nah,
Well, then that one girl, the worst one there, looks like she walked into a corner.
He gave her a busted lip. She's innocent. She's crying. And nothing happened to this man. I don't think so. And look what happened to her. The men are on the loose, losing their mind every single day, all over the
What men
country.
though? What
But
men?
in New York City
Black
this
men.
week, a number of women have been hit by a man
in the head. Holy fuck, what the hell just happened?
Not even trying to be funny. In the last 24 hours, I saw all these 6 videos of people getting punched in the face in New York City. Like, that girl, like the one in the corner, the one all the way in the top, the influencer, she had a big chichong, like right here. There was a big mohong on her forehead. He rocked her. He knocked her. Like, that was wild. And Shorty all the way on the bottom, like, she had a little taser, so, like, the guy actually ran away. She was the one with the most spatial awareness. But this is the thing that got me. I'm over here like, all right, so you know what? I need to go buy a taser gun because I got, like, a little knife. When I say a little knife, I mean, let me get you the knife. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. This is my little knife. You see this? Look at this little knife. This ain't doing nothing to nobody. Like, the only thing this does is help me open packages. But this ain't hurting nobody. Like, I gotta be mad quick to hit somebody in the eye with this knife. But other than that, I have no other options. You wanna know why? Anytime I try to go and buy something for self-defense, it's like really hard. And I don't know what stores there are in New York City, so I'm gonna need some help. Like, y'all need to help the ladies in New York City figure out where can we get a taser gun? Because we can't get pepper spray. Like, that's not something in the city that you can get to, like, self-defense.
yeah, mace is illegal in New York. Yeah, you
But
get
guns illegal.
Protecting yourself is illegal.
If you get stopped in New York and they find mace on you, you going to jail.
What do you guys think
I'm
are
just a
the
girl.
percentage
No
of
doubt.
those victims are Democrats or voting Democrats or woke?
All of this is New York. This is Manhattan. It's 100%. There's not a conservative in Manhattan, man. Black or white.
Yeah.
TikTok, you
So,
play too much.
do you
It's
guys
timely,
agree that
but I'm
they
not using
somewhat
that.
deserve it?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yes and no.
We
Yes
get
and
that.
no.
I don't think
We
they
get
deserve
that.
it.
No, we get that. That yes, on that level they deserve it. However, black men are going around punching white women. That part.
All women.
Okay, so I have been seeing
Look at
many
these
girls
women.
on my
God damn.
Man.
Yo, all these women look good.
For You page that have been punched.
And like this is just a
Yeah,
random
what are they putting in the
sample size.
water out there?
Yo, this is just a random sample of the city. This is like
Average, everyday, run-of-the-mill
this
thing.
is like just an average.
in the face in New York City in the last few days. And I know that happens a lot, but I am so sorry to those girls. And I wanted to share a little bit of advice because when I first moved here, I think it was like within 2 months or something, I was walking down the street, not even on my phone, and a man slapped me across the face with a water bottle. And that was thrilling, as you can imagine.
What kind of man?
And I feel like I've learned a few things.
If it was a white man, she'd be talking about toxic masculinity and man spreading and
They want to
The
leave that part out.
patriarchy. Don't forget the patriarchy.
She'd be using all these word salad shit. Black guy, a person, a man.
Since then, I'm obviously not perfect because I'm currently on my phone, but you know what? My head is always on a swivel. I have my guard dog here. Yeah, he's very scary. And I did this thing that I think everyone should do. If you should buy a small taser. I'm going to show you mine. It's actually very cute. It looks like a little purse. I keep it in my hands at all times. That way, anyone comes up to me that's a little threatening and is about to wind one up and punch me. Okay?
That shit ain't doing nothing.
What a life, huh?
To take it out, I just had to say, hey, I have a taser.
Yeah, isn't this privilege? Look at how privileged she is for being white. She's so privileged. I mean, what a great life she has, black women.
Well, that's $1,100
You
jacket
know
she's
what,
probably
Ak?
wearing.
She is
Yeah,
privileged
she
because
told. Yeah,
she could be a dumb hoe because he's protected by the glider man. So on that
But
sense, she is really
she's not
privileged.
necessarily protected,
She's not at all
Megan.
nah, she
protected.
not protected at all. She
Yeah,
not
No,
it's a
protected at
that's
false
all.
what she
sense.
thinks.
It's a false sense
No,
of
no, no, no.
protection.
That's what we're
No,
talking
no, no.
about, Megan.
Hear me out. That's what she thinks, at least, because
No, she
she's aware.
doesn't. She
She
doesn't think
doesn't.
she's
She's
protected by
carrying a
glass.
taser.
Let me tell you something, man.
She got a taser for a reason.
She's been at a bar before where a black guy started acting crazy and all the white guys just stood back and let security handle it. She's seen how white guys don't be jumping like think about it. If this would have happened in front of a group of white guys, they wouldn't have grabbed that black guy and tackled him. They would have just been like, "Oh, hey, man," or "Hey, stop, man," and the black guy could have walked off at a snail's pace, and they wouldn't have chased him. They would have
And
just,
this,
"You all right? You all right, man?" Listen, white dudes don't be getting in black dudes' business like that. That's all lies, niggas talk. That's white dudes give black dudes 3 feet, man, especially when they wildin'.
Facts.
And is about to wind one up and punch me. Okay, I'm gonna do that. The only time I've ever had to take it out, I just had to say, "Hey, I have a taser," and they backed off. Mostly that's all it takes. I understand that we don't always have the time to react that quickly, but for me, having it, even just like holding in my hand, gives me such a sense of security. Don't mess with me and my pink taser. If you can't get it sent to an address in New York, I got mine sent to someone in Ohio and they sent it to me. So find a friend, something like that. Get
beautiful. So
yourself a
she's telling
taser,
you how to
okay?
commit a federal
Tasers
crime.
are
Yeah, because you can't have that in New York either.
in for 2024.
But the
Stay
thugs are running the black and ombrito thugs are running around with fucking German Lugers.
safe, ladies.
Right.
I am not leaving the house. Hell, I barely leave my
Man.
neighborhood. But there is
Hey.
so much that is going on
Hey.
in New York City, and now I'm starting to see videos of girls.
Yo, New York is New York is
They got him.
Different.
They got him. Oh my god.
These women, this is just a regular woman walking down the street in New York City.
Facts. Jesus Christ. Wow.
Being hit just at complete random. So yesterday I decided to leave my neighborhood, which you ladies know I do not leave the Upper East Side unless it's absolutely necessary. But a friend of mine wanted to get an aura reading in
This is a
Chinatown, so I
class
decided to go with
thing.
her.
This
And we
isn't a
was in the
black,
subway
white,
station, and I'm just
brown.
like,
This is an upper crust, privileged folks, privileged women that are
Well, you
getting
can tell
socked in
by
the eye.
looking at them. You can tell by looking at them. See
They
what they
all,
wear.
the ones
No,
that
Bill.
they're
It
showing.
is because I
No,
bought
this
me
is
a
a
I've
like.
only
Sundance
seen
thing,
one.
Bill.
I saw
This is
one that was like a 6. These other ones are like 8s.
this is a
Yeah, that's all
Sundance
you
thing,
see
Bill.
when you
Not a
go there. I
class
go
thing.
there at least
These
twice a month.
these are what you call the latte liberals. And this one right here, this sun sister right here, Bill Allen would smash 100%.
Hell yeah.
Hey, we all. Well, you not.
I
Right.
will.
That's why I said the worst one was like a 6. These others are like,
The
7,
previous
8.
one is like a horse face. The one
Shout
with
out
I
the
to
saw
pink
one that
taser.
was like a 6. It was a little banged up.
Yeah,
I don't think
horse
he
face
caused
with
it.
the taser, with the pink taser.
I think maybe she hit the ugly tree a couple times.
Yeah, man, and this is just regular sample size. This is just randoms. These are not like this is not like a video search of a casting call for a video. Or it's just a regular women
It's
walking
just a
down the
butterfly net swoop
Think about the girls that don't got social media
of
that's getting their ass
society.
beat.
salute to Miguel Watto, man. Shout out to IRS, man.
leave my neighborhood, which you ladies know I do not leave the Upper East Side unless it's absolutely necessary. But a friend of mine wanted to get an aura reading in Chinatown, so I decided to go with her. And we was in the subway station, and I'm just like observing things. I'm just noticing that the men are acting really weird, and it's not just one or two men. It's like so many of them. They're like slowly pacing, staring at you, getting really close, creeping up. Like it's so weird. I don't know. The energy is just off. And I noticed this a long time ago. It's like physically they're there, but internally they're like predators. It's like they're not there on the inside. I don't know. I'm just deciding to just not go downtown anymore and to only take the bus. And I hope you ladies are able to do the same. Just try your best to stay away from the trains, walk, take a car.
Yeah, how can this man get reelected? I'm not even gonna lie, man, and it's not his fault. Don't get me wrong, but how could a Democrat get reelected? Any Democrat in this city, like this is insane.
Vote blue no matter who, man. You already know
Exactly.
that.
They've been voting that way since the fucking Taft administration.
I got it. I got that. No, all I'm saying is this is beautiful women afraid to walk the streets, not because of what might happen, not because it's sketchy out there, but because of what has and will happen. That's different than just being like, yo, it's kind of sketchy around here.
Something might,
I got rocked in my shit last week.
The answer to your question is how would Eric Adams would be reelected is one person, and you already know who that is.
How does the
Is that
DA
one
get
person?
reelected? How does the DA get reelected?
That's a great question.
Is that one person? Is that one person? We already know his name.
Yeah, Soros. Yeah.
Little
Take
Georgie,
the bus
yeah.
if you but just please stay safe.
Hey.
Well, people don't understand until criminals fear the repercussions of committing a crime, they won't not do it.
And even then,
humans are very selfish.
Nah, they're gonna still do it.
Yeah, that's the difference still with sons. They're gonna still do it. You just have to remove those ones from society.
Right.
Like,
And you have to be brutal about it enough to where the other guy sees that and is like, fuck that.
Some men thinks they can get away with it. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Exactly. We got a different mindset, Bill.
We
You
all
got a
think
different
that.
mindset. You got to remove us. You got to.
Oh, I am. You don't want me to be king for a day because you'll be they got this cool thing where you tie 4 horses to a human and they just tug on the ropes with the ponies and the bits come apart and then you drag the other parts.
Guess who's getting disproportionately quartered? We did a search
Wouldn't matter.
and found out that black people are disproportionately cool.
Tyrone just saw Bartavius get drawn and quartered. He's not going to do whatever the hell he just did. That's the only way to stop it. You have to be savage.
But sending Bartavius to jail for 5 years, it's not going to deter.
No, that's not going to do it.
You know what? If
Bill,
AD
you gotta understand, if you go to any black function,
I think he will turn into
they will talk
Lucas
about
immediately.
how much you'll get for doing certain crimes, and they're like, okay, like that's a normal thing. You'll get 5 to 15 for doing this or and that. That's a normal thing in the black community.
Conversation, yeah, normal.
Yeah.
Conversation. Yeah, how much time you get for this? How much time you get for that? With other communities, like, oh my God, like the thought of going to prison for like.
Well, yeah, and if you said, well, they took the other guy's head off, here's a video of it. You sure you want to do that?
Yeah, but that's something that works. But we're never going there with it.
Yeah, never.
To worry about. Yeah, in New York City, a whole bunch of women have been coming forward over the last like 24, 48 hours talking about their stories of being punched for no reason while walking down the streets in New York City. And I mean straight up clocked. Like she has a goose egg on her forehead. She's got a black eye. Some are reporting being concussed. And they all seem to have one thing in common I'm noticing in all of the stories I've listened to or read. They were looking at their phones or they were in some state.
Wow.
And they're white and the guy who did it is black. They listen, white, and this is the thing about it. No matter how much black people see this, that white people kiss their asses and white people tiptoe around them, they still accuse you of racism all the time, front and center, on the news, on TV shows, mainstream platforms, bulletin boards. Hey, world, white people in America are racist. Hey, everybody. Anybody here, Martians, aliens, white people in America are racist. and all you see is white people tiptoeing, kowtowing, being nice. I'm a black man. I'm 6'3". Used to be 300 pounds. I dropped a couple of pounds. I've been eating less. Long ass arms, big ass shoulders. White woman hold the door open for me. If I was in the grocery store today, and you know how when you're in the grocery store, there's always that time when you pushing your cart and another pushes person their cart, and it's like, all right, and y'all both stop. Who gonna go first? Every time it happened in the grocery store today, the white woman was like, "You go first."
Yeah, the traffic jam in aisle 7.
They always were like, "You go first." Oh, sorry. They apologize, like they did something to me.
But they know
Like the world
though that inconvenience. They know that inconvenience can cause so much trouble.
Yeah, they apologized to me. Like,
Well, they've seen it. That inconvenience can get you killed in Sunistan. I scuffed your shoe. Half
yeah,
the
but
block gets
these are
killed.
little teeny women. You're supposed to assume that the big man is gonna certainly you go ahead. And I always tell them, nah, you go ahead. And they be like, sure, okay, yeah. But normally women, they are like a black woman already know she getting the right away. Black woman already
Always.
know you gonna hold the door for her. She don't even think about it.
And they don't even say thank you.
Don't say thank you.
Exactly. They don't even say thank you. They just keep
Yeah,
walking.
black woman ain't even say
Give you a dirty look for doing it.
Yep,
yeah,
exactly.
she expected. She expected. But a white woman is like, you have the right of way. And it's like, what? It's
Hey,
crazy.
I'm kind of shocked I haven't seen it, but I feel it's coming that the expression black eye is going to be deemed racist shortly.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. How about that?
Trust me.
They already changed DEI.
White people are in that weird space where they're getting bullied. And one thing about getting bullied in Blakistan that's different than getting bullied in white areas is that at some point in a white school, the bully stops. He takes it to a certain point and then he stops. In black schools, the bully, I remember I heard stories, man, where a bully, this is from people I knew, of another guy that I knew, was bullying the kid so bad that he jacked off and busted a nut in the kid's hood. And then when the kid put the fucking hood on and shit, he didn't know and got nut all on his head. Because we take it so far. You dig what I'm saying? We take it. We're never going to stop. Like, the only way white people are going to get out of this is to stop it. If you thinking one day we're gonna just stop pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, like like you're racist,
You've been allowed too much for too long. Once you've been treated special, normal treatment seems like oppression.
Nah, it's just the black community, man. We gonna always push. We do push it. So even if you kill yourself, they'll be like, "Oh, he a bitch." After you kill yourself.
Exactly. It ain't gonna be no sympathy for you if you kill yourself from a bully. Bullying you, kill
Well,
yourself.
and you said black women, Ak. You could go to her and be like, "Oh, Father John touched me," and she's like, "Oh, so you a faggot now? I'm gonna pack my shit."
Yeah, and
Or
even
a
if
white
you
woman will
say
hold
that,
you, be like, "It's okay, honey. We'll get you to counseling."
exactly. Even if she don't say that, she'll stop answering your phone calls.
Yeah.
So,
And you've been married for 6 years with 2 kids.
When this occurs. So these dudes are planning it. They're watching for women who aren't paying attention to their surroundings. Like, is there an incel convention no one warned us about? So my message to you ladies, stay vigilant, walk in groups if you can, try not to be distracted. Make sure you have some sort of safety protective device on you at all times. And to these dudes, you're going to fuck around and find out with the wrong one. You'll pick the wrong one. You'll catch the wrong one off guard. And you'll regret it. Because if there is anything women are good at, it's adapting. And if you're going to give us something else that we need to be aware of, we need to fear, we need to be prepared for, you better fucking believe we're going to be.
The only
She
thing you
sucks.
can do, woman,
Okay, Granny.
is empower your police force and empower your district attorneys. Is that
And
what you
cross the
The
street.
judges
Just
and the
cross the
penal
street.
system.
Cross the street.
Yeah, cross the street and make him follow you and yell like ah, like not when he's punching you, but when you cross the street and he's staring at you crossing the street, you gotta scream, ah, get away from me, sir, get away. You gotta make a scene. And I don't think these women are ready to do that to a black guy in public when the black guy could just be like, hey, man, what the fuck, man? I ain't doing nothing, man. Because he hasn't done anything yet. Remember,
True.
he has not done anything yet. So now you're this racist white Karen that's fucking doing Central Park Karen shit.
Oh, damn. I feel bad for that lady.
Is it only me or is everybody else seeing
Damn.
videos?
God.
Y'all got black girl with the white woman hair and all.
Look,
Jesus.
hey, New York is literally the opposite of Philly.
Philly.
The anti-Philly.
Good hair.
And
Yeah,
it's
the
not
women saying
that
that they got
far
punched
away
in their heads.
geographically. It's amazing.
Look at them
No, it's
lips.
not. It's not. I
Jesus
go up there.
Christ.
I go up there like every other week. It's not. It's
Yeah,
literally
that's what I
like,
mean.
it's like a
You
2-hour
got
train ride.
you got two trips in a fucking tunnel, and all of a sudden you're in this
Yeah.
wherever this is.
It's crazy. It's like Baltimore and DC. Baltimore and DC is the same thing. Or PG County and Baltimore is the same.
Yeah,
PG
PG
County is
County
like
got some baddies.
30 minutes from Baltimore. And the women in PG County are beautiful. Even the hood rats is beautiful. You go to
Yeah.
Baltimore, it look
Yo,
like a thriller video.
yo,
Michael Jackson
Baltimore
thriller,
is
like zombies. And
act. Yo, act. Baltimore is the city of rats, right? They have rat plague going on there, right?
Mhm.
That's why they
Yeah.
elected one.
Mm.
Is it only me or is everybody
Look at
else
her
seeing
lips.
videos
Jesus Christ.
of women saying that they got punched in their heads in New York City? Like, what the fuck is going on in New York? Or are they living in fucking Gotham? Even like when they were trying to explain like what the men would say to them after they did it or before they did it, like one of the girls like, oh yeah, it was like he was trying to elbow me to make me more aware of my surroundings. The other girl said that the guy was like, oh, I'm sorry, and then punched her in the head. Hello?
This is a PSA for any woman that either lives in New York City or is thinking about traveling to New York City. Please be mindful of your surroundings. Do not be on your phone while you're walking out in public. Within the past week alone, 4 women have posted videos to TikTok saying how they were just walking out
Okay,
and
get
about.
rid of Miss Ohio
Next up,
here.
I see Selena's story. Keep in mind, all 3 of these attackings happened yesterday, like within the past 24 hours. And she says that she got attacked before going to work while she was out shopping to get a water bottle for her friend's birthday.
I was looking down at my phone trying to figure out what direction was like the water bottle store. So I'm looking at my phone like this, trying to like figure out what direction I should go when I hear someone go, excuse me, and I move out of the way, right? And I'm expecting someone to walk past me or something. But instead of someone walking past me, I see someone walk next to me, and like I'm aware enough to know to be like, what the heck are you doing? And as I turn to look, I see this man with his fist up ready to
She almost said it. She almost said it.
what the heck are you doing?
Tip of
And
the
as I
tongue.
turn to look, I see this man with his fist up ready to swing. And I'm like,
I see this nitwit. This
I went like
nitwit.
this, and he
She
hit me
did
square in the
hesitate.
arm because I think he was trying to hit me in the face. So he hits me really hard, and I scream and I go, what the are you doing? And I have a taste like attached to my bag, so I whipped it out, and I will always press that thing, bro, to scare someone. So I pulled it out and I pressed the button, and the guy darted away. Like, I can't even give a proper description because I didn't even see his face properly. The only
What the fuck ever. Whatever. You can give us a description of the race. You know what race he was.
thing was, it was a man that was, I think, around my height, a little taller. I'm 5'10". He was possibly
Man,
African.
these women are fucking models. All these fucking models in New York. God damn.
Number baddies. And the phones be dry. Phone
I'm
be
telling
dry.
you, man.
Except
And
for
they ain't got
Instagram
no
comments.
man. All these girls are fucking single or date or serial dating. Man, you a young man living in New York, man. You got it good, Jack.
African American.
Oh, she
and
said
that's
it.
all I really got to
She
see.
said it. She said it.
A little taller. I'm 5'10". He was possibly African American. And that's all I really got to see before he literally ran away. Because again, I was looking at my phone.
Finally, I see Olivia's video pop up, and she got attacked on March 17th.
It happened in like Nolita, Soho-ish area. The man.
Okay, that one hurts.
I did file a police report.
Yeah.
I mean, even her though, she's like
She a
girl
Philly
next
fan,
door.
though.
That nose and teeth could be from the punch. Let's hear her story.
She's girl next door though. She's girl next door cute. She will be cute in Philly.
That video was filmed afterwards. So for all of you saying, why did you just film a TikTok and not file a police report and tell the police? I did. The report has been filed.
And these are just the women that I saw. Apparently, there's been as many as 13 women who have posted videos about similar incidents happening within New York City. And what's even more concerning is that felony assaults against women have soared more than 40% over the past 4 years, according to the NYPD. Yeah, I'm good. I'm visiting the Statue of Liberty anytime soon.
This
They're
creator
not
is having
hitting
a
you,
really rough
baby. They're not hitting
not
you.
only in a day in the same area. I've been
Jesus Christ, man, this is insane up there, man. It's bananas in New York.
of 4 different women talking about how they got punched in New York. So I mapped out the general area in which the incidents possibly could have happened. This is the information that I've gathered from all of the incidents, so hopefully this helps somebody. I'm from LA. I was planning to go to New York, but now after seeing this, I'm not
Okay,
sure
so
if
she's from LA. Okay.
I want to. I've heard New York YouTubers say that they find LA scarier than New York. I'm hoping that this isn't a regular occurrence, but twice in a day in the same area. I've been reading comments like this, where it's like, I'm starting to think they're not real, or some of them are, I'm not sure. And then it says, same, not a single one has described what their attacker looked like, nor they reported it, which seems odd.
Yeah, because they're black. These are nice white women, nice, super woke, liberal white women who've gone to Ivy League schools or Northeastern schools, who have probably these women are probably all under 30. So they just got off those college campuses. They probably all got graduates and master's degrees. So they probably just got out of school. They're all
I haven't seen one that looks like they weigh more than 150 pounds.
Exactly. They're all super woke. They're all fucking know that in their friend circle, in the people they're around, maybe not the people you're around, but the people that they're around, saying that a black guy hit me or that there's a problem with black, you getting friend, you're a pariah. That's not polite talk. They don't do that. Black people are perfect. And if the only reason that they're not perfect is because of white supremacy and structural, institutional, systematics, and all that shit. Other than that, black people would be gods.
I'd like to note that a few people mentioned some descriptions. And if I'm correct, I believe only 2 of these happened on the same day. The first person who popped up on my For You page was Hallie, and although she didn't confirm where it happened, or I didn't see if she did confirm, but based on the video and where she was walking, I tracked it down to Mattress Firm Chelsea. The second person who posted today was Michaela, and she said it happened outside of Parsons on 14th and 5th, which is right here. Michaela also gave a description, and she said that apparently this has happened to a lot of girls. And she said also there was another girl who got hit outside of Astor Place. I'm not from New York. I've never been, so correct me if I'm wrong, but from like a quick Google search, it should be around here. I'm assuming this is where Astor Place is. The next person's video I saw was Olivia, and she said that it happened around Soho, Nolita-ish area. Based on the video, she said that this happened about a week ago, though, and this was the description of the man, so a completely different man. Fourth person's video I saw was Cicely's, and she was recounting a time her freshman year of university, so I don't know how long ago that was, but she got punched in the face by a man where her main building of her university was 14th and 5th, and it happened outside of a subway, so it's right here. So this is a generalized area of where all the incidents.
Where were the black women that did all this when all these black women was allegedly? Because remember, black women were saying it doesn't get the same attention when we get punched. Where the black women that did all this when the black woman was getting punched?
They busy twerking. They busy doing TikToks of them twerking.
Exactly. They don't do this shit. Hey, now their mind, they don't even think like that. Because they listen, a black woman lives in an area where 10 people have been murdered in the last 3 months. Somebody get punched in the face is nothing.
Nothing at all.
Incidents occurred and Washington Square being in the middle. Hallie said she was looking down on her phone when this happened. Michaela said the same thing, that she was also looking down at her phone. Olivia just said she was walking in her neighborhood and she saw a man walking his dog.
None of these white women know anybody who's been murdered. None of these white women know anybody who's committed a murder. They know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody.
They don't know anybody on parole or probation.
Yeah, they don't have no brothers.
Except for the person that empties the trash at the office.
Exactly, man.
Right.
Those black women have brothers who have killed people, brothers who are doing 10 years. Their father just came home and shit from doing like 25 years. These women live a different life, man. Getting punched in the face while you're walking down the street is fucking insane to them.
His dog, and then he said sorry and proceeded to punch her. Whereas with Cicely, she was on her way to school, she was passing a park, this man was creating commotion. She looks, she squints because she doesn't have good eyesight, and she proceeds to just walk on. She thinks maybe because of her pink hair that she was attracting attention, so he follows her. She goes into a Subway sandwich asking for help from the employees and the customers. No one helps her. This man comes in, spits in her face, makes her go outside, and he beats her. That's all of the information that I've gathered so far.
Yeah, and that's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to her. She hasn't been in 12 brawls.
And the minute somebody jumps in and does something, what did they do to that Daniel Penny guy? Is he still under the prison?
No, he's just he. I don't know if he's out on bond, but I know he's waiting for trial. They haven't dropped the charges.
Right. Yeah, he's fucked. His life is over.
Recovery to these girls, and hopefully these men are caught. And I know that our justice system isn't going to do much, unfortunately. But yeah, stay safe out there, y'all.
Just walking, and a man came up and punched me in the face.
I literally just got punched by some man on the sidewalk. I'm stitching this video because about a year ago, I told my husband that I had a stupid, irrational fear of me walking down the sidewalk and someone randomly just socking me in the face. And then 4 years ago, I remember going on my Instagram being like, guys, let's all say our stupid, irrational fears. And this was mine. I didn't know that anyone actually would go around and punch you in the face randomly. So now my irrational fear is just rational.
I just realized I was part of a group of women that got punched.
So I'm literally in the middle of doing my makeup. As you can see, I just let my concealer dry down and I'm about to start my day and run errands because tomorrow's my birthday. But I had to stitch this video because this is the 4th video that I've seen on my For You page about a woman getting punched by a man in the street when they are randomly looking down at their phone and not paying attention while they're walking. The first 3 women got punched in the face and came on and made TikToks directly after they got punched. I stitched this woman's video, Selena, and Selena, baby, I hope you feel better, simply because her situation is a bit different. She was heading to go get a viral water bottle from somewhere in the city, a location in the city. Her GPS, she said, wasn't the best. She's looking down at her GPS to navigate to go to the place, and she's never been there before. And she said instinctively, like intuitively, she could feel that there was a man next to her.
This is a compassionate Southern woman. You can tell she's not too
Well,
black to stand
they're
up.
discovering their instincts that God put us inside of us to stay alive. And it's the first time they felt that tingle. That, oh, fuck. That's your body telling you, hey, pay a fucking attention.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
seeing everybody get punched in the face in New York, it's reminding me of the last time I went to New York with my friend and she got punched in the arm, and why I haven't been back to New York since. To set the scene, we was walking down the street in a financial district, and this guy was screaming all type of profanities my ears had never heard. My virgin ears had never heard those type of profanities before, so I was shook. But I was just gonna let him do his thug thizzle until he kept looking at us and saying, I'm gonna punch you, I'm gonna punch you. Now, I am a citizen of Philadelphia, so if you say you're gonna punch on me,
Philly in the
That
house.
checks out. That checks out.
There you go. See,
she about to turn
She-
up in this bitch.
She a dime, she a dime in Philly, man. Let's be keep it a buck for Philly.
Well, I see the body. The body gonna tell everything because the neck looking.
Well, yeah, she's about 250.
Yeah, the neck.
It don't matter. She's a dime in Philly, yo.
I was just gonna let him do his thug thizzle until he kept looking at us and saying, I'm gonna punch you, I'm gonna punch you. Now, I am a citizen of Philadelphia, so if you say you're gonna punch on me, I'm not going down without a fight. He getting closer and closer, so I get big on him, like animals do in the wild. I was like, you gonna punch who? You gonna punch who?
Told you. She's a big one.
Yeah, that's a bear. That's a bear.
That's Philly, man. Yo, I still think she's a dime in Philly, yo.
I agree.
I still think she's a dime, man. She a keeper. You get her in Philly, man. You can walk around and you can walk around with
Show
your
her
head
off.
up, man.
Yeah, you can show her off.
Yeah. What's up, fisherman, man? How is this the Juice Crew's fault, man? Fisherman. Okay, how is this the Juice Crew's
I'm
fault,
gonna jump off
man?
and
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go to the chat. See you guys.
Just going crazy. But then I had blinked. He had left me alone. All of a sudden, my friend started screaming, my arm, my arm. He had went from my left to my right so fast and then punched her in the arm that by the time I opened my eyes back up from the blink, she was already injured. So now I'm stressed out because you're not just about to hit my friend and get away with it. So I go after him. He got smart on me. He said, I got a knife. That's when I retreat. So she was freaking out because she thought that he had stabbed her with something, because it just the way that he punched, I guess he used knuckle first or something, that it left a really weird mark. So we had to go to the hotel room. We had to let her lay down for like 30 minutes and see if he like tried to poke her with something like in a needle or something, but he didn't. It was just a really hard punch. Ever since then, I said between the two types of rats, the high prices and people punching people, I will not be back here. No siree.
A person from Philly scared to go to another city is insane.
I've seen 6 videos of women get punched in the face walking down the street in New York City. And in my last video where I said I only saw 2 videos at that point, other people said that they saw more than 6. It is not clear if it was all the same perpetrator. So clearly walking down the street as a woman in New York City is no longer an option. I don't know what's in the air in these big cities, but I don't know if you guys remember a while.
Melanin is in there. It's melanin.
You'll never get to that conclusion.
People were getting punched in the face. That was a trend. Then for a while, they were beating up homeless people. And I'm genuinely just actually sick of the stupid fucking world that we live in. I've had enough.
Yes, and you're the problem.
I love New York, but I moved away from New York because of how fucking dangerous it is. I moved to a place.
Shout out to Mayo Monkey, man. Mayo, you got to come up, man. Long time no see. Shout out to Mayo Monkey. Come on up, man.
Where my biggest threat is a fucking bear. My daughter's 4 years old. She's enthralled with cityscape. Like, she sees a city on the TV. She wants to go to the city, and I so badly want to take her to New York City. But you can't even defend yourself in New York City, so what the fuck would I bring my kids there? I'm over it.
Who's she going to vote for in her other city?
Women are randomly getting punched in the face by men in New York. And I'm in the tri-state. I'm from Brooklyn. And it's kind of alarming because, like, sometimes I'll be on a train, sometimes, I'll be on a phone, like just randomly walking down the street, minding my business. And for men to really take it upon themselves to try to like body check you or tell you to get off your phone by physically assaulting you. And this is what I mean when I'm saying constantly on my channel, it's the Love Jones Show on YouTube, check it out, that I don't want to completely dismantle the patriarchy because we need men to help protect us from other men. Men be like, oh, we protect, we provide. We would not need for y'all to protect us if it was not for y'all being out here being terrorists, running amok, legit assaulting people, women. Y'all assault each other too. Y'all are scared of each other. Like,
blacks.
When she
what
says
is going
y'all,
on? It's like, ladies, I keep seeing these videos back to back, and I just want to say, like, we need to be safe. Like, unfortunately, the laws in the tri-state are not the same as in like the Midwest and the South. You know, open carry, like all of that don't really, it's not really a thing out here like that. But get your little pokey and make sure you got some spray, some, you know, because and just try to stay as a
Mace, that's all you need. Mace will solve all of this, bro. Not solve it, but Mace will save these women. A lot of more women will be safe with Mace.
alert as you can.
Fuck a knife. A knife not gonna help you. You're not ready for hand-to-hand combat. Mace.
Because this is ridiculous. Like, I don't know what's going on, and there needs to be some type of investigation done. Because what?
If you live in New York City, or at this point, probably even if you don't live in New York City, you've seen videos about the punchings happening. And I don't have any new information to add. I just want to pose the idea of what if instead of saying that women are getting punched in the face in New York City, we said men are punching women in the face in New York City? Because women walking around New York City is not the issue here. Being on your phone in public is not what is novel about the situation. Also add that I don't think it's just one person, I think it's multiple, and if we aren't already seeing copycats, I think we will. And is also not just white women. I have now seen 2 or 3 videos of women of color describing the exact same assaults that have happened to them. What's happening is it is white women's videos that are going viral on TikTok and white women's stories that are being, first of all, believed, second, reacted to with shock, compassion, and concern, the way that everyone's stories should be and deserve to be. And I don't think that that should be lost on the situation.
She already lost. She's
She
already.
lost. Listen, because now they're gonna start doing this. You know, white women are gonna start saying stupid shit like this.
Oh, well, I mean, like if this is your mindset, you're never going to be able to fix the problem.
No, woman, 100% of the attackers are black. 80-90% of the victims are white. Why in the fuck would you say some stupid shit like this? And now you're emboldening black women to come out and piggyback off of that. And now they're gonna demonize you. She thinks she's doing a good thing when really what she's doing is basically the worst possible thing she can do, because black women
She's
will
like,
now make her the victim. Black women will turn y'all into Central Park Karens. All of y'all will be Central Park Karens in a month. In a month's time, y'all all gonna be Central Park Karens for getting punched in the face by random
they don't understand the psychology of the people they're interacting with at all.
at all. Not even
They don't
a little
understand.
bit.
They don't understand the sun men. They don't understand the sun women at all.
I know, and these are the people that talk the most about black people. Like just what she did right there. She's talking about black people, and she has no clue about black people.
Not the issue here. Being on your phone in public is not what is novel about the situation. Also add that I don't think it's just one person, I think it's multiple, and if we aren't already seeing copycats, I think we will. And is also not just white women. I have now seen 2 or 3 videos of women of color describing the exact same assaults that have happened to them. What's happening is it is white women's videos that are going viral on TikTok and white women's stories that are being, first of all, believed, second, reacted to with shock, compassion, and concern, the way that everyone's stories should be and deserve to be. And I
Let me address Devin right quick. Devin, man, he says, we love you, but you have terrible taste in women. All these chicks aren't cute. Y'all old heads are the reason all these broads say they are 10s. Okay, let me just address that, man. 90% of these chicks are cute. Okay? It just is what it is. And I have great taste in women. Trust me, my G. Trust me, man. I promise you that.
Devin is the acolyte. That's why he doesn't
Yeah,
take those.
no, I'm not mad at him. I'm just saying, I promise you, I got great taste in women, and 90% of the women we've seen on this screen have been cute. Period. End of story. This woman right here, even though she's woke, she's nice looking. You wouldn't throw her out of bed. I promise you, you wouldn't.
And I don't think that that should be lost on the situation.
The women getting punched just by simply walking on the
And boom.
sidewalk is so wild to me. And I was actually going to make a video because I've lived in the city all my life, never been assaulted, catcalled, yeah, but never been assaulted, never been robbed, never been mugged. And then I was just thinking, just like, great, it doesn't matter what the women are doing. If a man wants to punch you, he's going to punch you, you know? And like there was one girl turning the corner and she got punched. What the? I don't even like
This is the 10%.
icons, but I might buy myself.
And to the random man in New York City who've been punching these girls in the face, I got a better demographic for you to go after. You're not going after the right people. I got you right now. Listen, this is what you're going to do. You're going to take the 3 train, the A train, or the D train all the way to Brooklyn. And you get off in Brownsville, or you get off in Crown Heights, or you get off in Canarsie. One of them. But you got to take the L to Canarsie. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Stay with me real quick. Or, got another option. You could take it all the way to the Bronx, preferably the South Bronx. Get off in the South Bronx. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you who's the most vulnerable people in these neighborhoods. It be the people who be having a ski mask on, right? They men with ski mask on. You know what I'm saying? They about
Nah, man. These type dudes is punching women in public. Those little sun men with the fucking sagging pants and the ski mask and the little dreads could reach in these guys' pockets, pull everything out, and fumble through it in their face. These guys could fucking hog spit in those guys' faces and they wouldn't fucking even wipe it and tell them not to wipe it off. Don't wipe that shit off, nigga. And they wouldn't wipe it off. I'm telling you, man, the guys that are doing this to women in public would never cut their eyes at these little fucking black demons that are walking the streets. Okay, it's a class. Like Bill was talking about class. It's a class thing in Blakistan. George Floyd III don't fucking cut his eyes at Trayvon Martin. Okay? He don't say boo to Trayvon Martin, but he'll punch a woman in the face. She got to understand that. They don't understand how it works.
got another option. You could take it all the way to the Bronx, preferably the South Bronx. Get off in the South Bronx. You know what I'm saying? So let me tell you who's the most vulnerable people in these neighborhoods. It be the people who be having a ski mask on, right? They men with ski mask on. You know what I'm saying? They about 5'10" and up. They little skinny. You know what I'm saying? Get them, like, you know what I'm saying? So go randomly punch them in the face. Actually, let me tell you where they be at. They be in the corner store. They be by the corner store siphon. They be by their luxury steel door apartments. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be in those areas. You just got to catch them. You got to catch, because, you know, they mad vulnerable. Like, you could get them. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, go do that for a week. Go punch random men in the face. Go do that for an entire week and see what happens.
And get killed. And get shot dead in broad daylight. It stood over at a clip emptied in your face. Those dudes ain't stupid. They know who to fuck with. They punching women in the face, man.
But but in all seriousness, you see how men know who to go after? Can y'all like not? These are they mind their business on their phones. That means they deserve to get punched in the face. Are you niggas crazy? I don't give a fuck if it was one person or 4 different people. Y'all are mad delusional. Like, stop putting your hands on people before somebody really booms you. They gonna be mad as hell.
So she thinks that there's an equal opportunity. That motherfucking goddamn transient black dude is gonna punch a fucking demon goonie on demon time as they gonna punch some fucking 6-foot white model that's walking down the street. Women are just, I don't know, man. They just
Tell it
don't
like I've said
understand.
over and over again. They're not fit for leadership. They shouldn't vote. They can't. They create their own problems and they can't solve them. Like the way, you know how you say like sons, you know, everybody thinks everybody is the same. Suns and gliders are not alike at all.
At all. At all.
Women and men, to the same degree, are not alike at all.
Mm-mm. And for the record, tigers and gliders are not the same at all. Even though they can coexist easier than suns and gliders, ombritos and gliders are not the same at all. Even though they can coexist some easier than suns. Suns are just on the far end of the spectrum. That's all. But no groups are the same. Samoans aren't the same as gliders.
This is not funny, but it is like funny because just as a woman, I mean, there's like I've seen 13 girls get punched in the face in New York today on TikTok.
So let me guess, this woman's not cute. You'd throw this woman out of bed, wouldn't you? If she asked you for a date, you curve her, right? If we was on if I had a girl and she had a +1 and I was like, yo, man, I need you to take a bullet for me tonight, man. My girl got her friend came from out of town, man. I need you to, you know, play some diversion for me so I can get some nookie tonight. And this was the other girl. You'd be mad at me, right, Devin? You'd be pissed, right?
Literally a woman and walking down the street, and if you look at your phone, you're getting punched in the face. To the fact where someone has to comment, girl, be careful. The girls are getting punched in the face today in New York. What fucking crack fucking shit are these people outside smoking? Oh, here's a woman. Let me punch her in the face. And then you just have to walk away. My problem is I wouldn't walk away. I'd get murdered because I would start a street fight. And obviously I'm a fucking little girl, so I would die. This is terrifying. And I already had an irrational fear of getting punched in the face all the time. Like sometimes I'll be sitting down at a table at dinner in New York and I'm like, someone's gonna walk behind me and fucking punch me in the face because all the fucking tables are outside. I'm like waiting to get punched. Now I'm like literally just like actually
Y'all think this is a trans woman? Y'all have never seen a trans, man. I can tell some of y'all have never seen trans. Yo, their heads be big as shit.
Big ass hands.
Big ass hands, head big as shit. Crazy ass, fake ass female voice. Like, y'all don't know a woman when y'all see it?
Yeah, that's a woman.
Some of y'all gay, man, on the low, man. If you can't tell a woman, you supposed to be able to tell a trans like immediately, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't supposed to be like, that woman's a trans, that woman's a trans, that woman's a, like you supposed to just like it's supposed to be like second nature and shit.
when I go outside, I'm gonna get punched.
I think I've seen like 4 or 5 videos of women getting attacked in New York in the last 24 hours. And I'm convinced this is not just one man. This is a whole group of men who planned this. They all have very similar stories. They were all on their phones, but I don't think it was the same man because there was one story where the guy said sorry before he punched the woman. Another guy stood next to a woman, said, excuse me, and then proceeded to punch her. But all of these women were punched when they were on their phone. And they were punched while they were looking at their phone, so the guys would have enough time to run away and they couldn't get like a clear description on who punched them. So this was a planned attack on women in New York. I hope they find the man or the men who did this. I'm honestly convinced that they all planned this and decided to attack women on their phones in New York City. And it makes me so angry and also so sad for the women who had experienced this.
Time to ban phones.
With how many women in the last 48 hours I've seen on this app getting punched in the face in New York City, there's got to be a Reddit or something, a Discord. I feel like this is being planned. Like, I know people get punched in the face in New York City, probably daily, if not multiple times daily. But like, there's a certain type of person that is getting punched in the face. It seems like it is all white, very blonde, blue-eyed women. Like,
it's the Sex in the City woman. Yeah, whoever saw that show Sex in the City, even if you never watched the episode, who's aware of that show?
Yeah.
It's that type
it was
of woman.
great propaganda.
That type of woman is real in New York, though. There's a million of those women in New York, and that's who's getting punched.
This just has incel written all over it. Anyone else thinking this? Because, like, again, I realize this happens a lot, but like the
incel.
Do these women really believe
amount
it?
of people.
They don't want. Are they just scared to say a black guy? I'm afraid that they're just scared
I
to say
mean,
a
that's a
black guy.
typical woman
This is
code.
scary now. This is scary now. Like they really don't. They really believe this incel talk. Like this is. Come on. I can get off of one or two, but all of them are just saying, "Oh, these guys is not getting." Come on. It's just
Well,
niggas
here's the
being
thing:
niggas.
they're being polite, so you don't know what they really think. You don't know
I'm
what they
hoping.
really think.
I'm hoping. You're right. I really do.
They're being very
No, they
polite.
won't even let the idea that it's because they're, sun men.
Yeah.
They won't even let that cross their mind.
This is scary. This is
They
very
will
scary.
ignore it until, they're dead.
Yeah.
I've been around these women. They are insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a real thing, as you can see. If you didn't believe it was real, this
Now
is
I know,
proof that
yeah.
it's real. Yeah, these are real. It's a real fucking thing, man. So yeah, man. Great show, guys, man. Great show, man. Salute to Maya. He says, yes, you old heads call average women cute. We still love you though. Man, listen, man. These
Them
women
women ain't average.
Nowhere
Yeah.
near. Come on, man.
And if you saw these women in real life, if you went a bar with these, if you walked in and every woman we
stuttering.
showed tonight was in that bar, you go tell your friends, "Hey, yo, we gotta go to this bar. I found this new bar, man. We gotta go back in next week, man." Yo, so
That's
stop it, man. Stop
that's a
it,
new
man.
spot.
Yeah, man. Salute, man. Everybody, same black time, same black channel. I'm out of here. Peace out.
Peace. Happy Easter,
Salute out.
everybody.
See you
Peace,
guys.